sells to a high audience, or the most mainstream audience, remember the two most mainstream games in the last 10 years have been Minecraft and Fortnite. Get the fuck out of here. Like, bro, anybody trying to push that, there's no way.
Like, to the Unreal Engine itself, but just because a game is made in Unreal doesn't mean they have to look like this. I think Sea of Thieves is a great example of a game that takes advantage of the strengths that the Unreal Engine provides. It is a beautiful game in many regards, but it still has a distinctive art style that separates it from a game like, say, Atomic Heart. It's not the engine.
Yeah, see, I didn't play Atomic Heart because it just looked like it wasn't good. It just didn't look good.
How it's being used. Firewatch, a game made in the Unity engine, is another example of a game that's a visual treat, and yet is not what I would consider AAA graphics. To get to the main point here, I'm a strong believer that graphics don't really matter. To some degree, sure, but we've reached a point in the last...
Graphics are sprinkles on a cupcake. They might make you want to buy the cupcake, but they don't really make it taste that much better. You don't buy a cupcake because of the sprinkles either.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Especially in current year where graphics have mostly plateaued. So art's
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
I feel like we keep getting better and better graphics. But it's like, really, I mean, they definitely, like, whenever you compare Super Nintendo to Nintendo 64 and Nintendo 64 to GameCube, like, these, like, were fucking massive, right? They were huge. But, like, I would say Unreal 5 and some of the demo engines that they've shown, like, these are, like, photorealistic settings. It's incredible. It is absolutely fucking amazing. Like that one game that was, like, the police body cam game that people were angry because they thought it was real. And then, yeah, Unreal, yeah, it's fucking phenomenal how great the graphics are. But not everybody wants to play a hyper-realistic game.
Is everything. And the fact that games from 10, 15 years ago still hold up really well today is a testament to how true that statement is. Games like Rage from 2011 or Stalker from 2006 World of Warcraft Fix still hold up incredibly well. And games like Fable and Dragon and Kingdoms of Amalur employ a timeless art style and visual style so they can be enjoyed for years to come. 2 years ago with the release of Elden Ring, there was some very strange rage bait online about Elden Ring having bad graphics.
It does. If you look very closely at a lot of the different items and NPCs, they are below the industry average for AAA games, and it doesn't matter because you don't care. This is what like these like game developer Andes don't realize. It doesn't matter how good your menu is, or how intuitive your UI is, or how many pixels a flower has on it, or how realistic garlic looks in the video game. People care about gameplay. People care about a good fucking experience. And yes, these things matter, but not really. It's the focus is totally fucking wrong in modern AAA games. I feel like most modern AAA games, and this is starting to change at least a little bit, what they focus on and what they care about is like stupid shit that like I think most actual real gamers don't care about. And that's why you keep seeing these like AA games and like, you know, indie games that are just completely outperforming these AAA games massively.
The graphics are dog shit.
Are you sure about that?
The graphics are dog.
Look at it, though. Look at that. Mini games that came out on that same year have better quality walls. Mini games that came out that same year have better quality ground. And it doesn't matter, because this one is more better visually appealing. It doesn't fucking matter. It's the style of shit.
The graphics.
Look at the pixel count on the Moonlight Blade. Is the quality of this weapon anywhere near the quality of other items in other like video games? No, I think that other video games have much more like higher fidelity items. They do. They have higher fidelity items. If you zoom in on that weapon, I can guarantee you that it's not going to look as good than if you zoom in on other weapons and other games that are equivalent to this, that were other made by other AAA studios. And you know what? It doesn't fucking matter. And that's what people see. Everybody is so focused on why Elden Ring actually has good graphics. They don't understand the difference between graphics and art style, and fidelity and design. The graphics and fidelity might not be a 9, but the art design and the style are an 11. That's the difference.
Are dog shit.
But I'd take 100 different games with an art style half as good as what FromSoft delivered before another Atomic Heart, or Immortals of Avium, or Forspoken. And I do want to reiterate something I've mentioned in my past videos, and that's that these two things aren't
So true. This guy, bro, absolutely. I completely agree.
mutually exclusive. You don't have to pick one.
This guy
The game
really
can
gets
have
it.
both amazing graphics and an amazing art style.
Games with both amazing graphics and amazing art styles. Halo 1, Half-Life 2, World of Warcraft 2004, Warcraft 3, Bioshock, true. I would say probably the first Fallout.
And even high visibility. I think games like Bioshock and Dishonored perfectly encapsulate it. Even games like Doom. 2016 and Eternal are great looking games. And a trick I recently learned about Doom Eternal is that the enemies are separate from the environment. So they are always lit and clearly visible, even in darker areas.
Isn't it crazy that a skill that's made off of gameplay and making gameplay important and the main focus? Like, that's smart, right? Because, like, yeah, that makes it easier to see what's going on. The gameplay is the focus.
This in turn makes the game look
I really
less
need to play
cinematic
this.
or realistic, but is much better for the gameplay Doom serves. And
Yes,
even the art
exactly.
style. The game director Hugo Martin said that during development for Eternal, they had made the lighting come from the environment, much like they did with Doom 2016.
You know what game also has environmental lighting? And it makes it harder to see what's going on? Diablo 4.
But in playtesting, it felt really bad because oftentimes you couldn't clearly see what it was that got you killed. And with Eternal being a much more punishing game and more fast-paced than 2016, visibility took precedent over realism.
There it
And I
is.
think what's really
Smart.
important to take away from that is visibility really matters in games. It
I
isn't
always felt like visibility in Apex kind of sucked, personally.
just Immortals that has this problem. It's a problem I and many others have with many different modern games.
Yeah, like I always had a problem seeing things in Apex. I don't know why. I never had this problem in like Warzone, besides like that one like the latex like rose skin, like it was like solid black. Besides that, I never had this problem in any other shooter.
Now, I primarily play PC on a 27-inch monitor, like 4 feet from my face, yet oftentimes there are so many cases where it's almost impossible to see an enemy that's right in front of me. Why does it feel like everyone just blends into everything? Now, some might throw out the realism argument here again, and games going for a more military sim style or something like that should lean into the fact that it's hard to see enemies. And while I can understand that to a certain degree, seeing things in real life is much different than on a screen.
Yeah, it's just totally different. You're completely right. And also, like, I'm not in real life. I'm in a video game. So, like, whatever they do in a video game, it's like, I'm not, yeah, like, it's not real life.
Looking at a mountain range in real life versus a picture of that mountain range, your eyes can pick out much more things in person, whereas in a picture, you're going to lose a lot of detail because you just have captured a 3D environment.
Well, you don't have one of the reasons why is that you don't have the depth perception. Like, looking at a monitor, monitors are good and, like, they become better at, like, you know, projecting depth, but it's not going to be like real life.
But on a 2D plane. And when you play video games, it's on a screen, which is essentially a picture. You aren't going to be able to see the same things on this mountainside in Battlefield 2042 compared to if you saw this mountain in person.
Yep.
I think back to the 2008 to 2012 era of FPS games, and the textures were a bit lower resolution, but the character models were often detailed, and it really made them stand out by having sharper objects on somewhat of a more detailed background. This made it almost more akin to real life because your eyes can pick out an enemy a bit easier in those older games, especially at a distance. And funnily enough, you'll often see competitive FPS players cranking the graphics down in games in order to have a bit more of a competitive edge.
I think a lot of that is for FPS, like frames per second. But also, yeah, it removes a lot of the unnecessary, like foliage, you know? Like it's like there's two reasons for that. It's not just one thing.
Well, I don't think every game should look like BattleBit. It's been a lot of fun playing that game and having long-ranged engagements in my gameplay. You can actually see enemies from afar, or see someone when they peek out from the side of a building.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I still think the best BR for long-range combat and ballistics is PUBG, and I don't think any video game has come close. I think PUBG just stands so far above everybody else for mid and long-range gameplay that it's not even remotely close. Tarkov, I don't play Tarkov, so I can't compare that.
It feels great to have some of that long-range gunplay in a Battlefield-style game again, like I did back in Bad Company 2. I think one of the best examples of art style being more important than graphics, though, is with the PS5 Demon Souls remake. I think in every...
Dude, the PS5 Demon Souls remake was so good. It completely changed my entire perspective on remakes. Because, like, after the Warcraft 3 remake, I, you know, kind of lost hope in remakes until I played this.
Except for graphics, the remake is worse than the original. The atmosphere is much diminished, the art direction became more generic looking, and both the enemy designs and environments have been changed to go against the visual storytelling that the original did so successfully.
That didn't bother me.
And in turn,
I never played the
while
original.
Elden Ring doesn't have the graphical fidelity of the Demon Souls remake, I think it's a far better looking game because of its incredibly strong art direction. Another example I've mentioned in the past is about the Destiny franchise, where there are many instances where Destiny 1 looks better than Destiny 2. The art direction and lighting of the sequel leaves the game feeling a bit more plastic than its predecessor. And while there is definitely some incredible visuals inside of Destiny 2 areas, it's when comparing places inside both games that you can really start to notice just how big of a drop-off there is in the sequel. Several shots on the Cosmodrome or the moon are noticeably uglier, and even in the reprised raids like King's Fall, great use of shadows and contrasting colors from the original are now washed out and missing detail.
Hell yeah.
Some of my favorite games visually are ones that use an almost cartoon aesthetic.
Shit is fun.
Like Overwatch, which has a very Pixar-esque look.
Yeah, Overwatch has a great style.
Games like Kingdoms of Amalur,
Cuidado con esos hackers que esa película después aparece.
These games all hold up incredibly well today. Their visual designs have stood the test of time and can be played today without feeling too dated, due to the strength of the art direction and atmospheric design. Now, some games have bad art style and bad graphics, and I think Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are a pretty good example of that. Both graphically and artistically, they look like absolute shit. And that's not the Switch's fault. Sword and Shield on the Switch looks much better than Scarlet and Violet, and for some reason, the more 3D and open world the games have gotten, the worse the visuals and art direction.
I never really played a Pokemon game past 2006. I stopped giving a fuck about Pokemon whenever I went to middle school, so I really have no idea what Pokemon is like now.
It's both unfortunate and confusing because a game like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, a game also on the Switch, looks pretty good given the hardware, and I was hoping Pokemon's visuals would at least be somewhere in that ballpark right now, especially since it's clearly possible.
I don't know, well, I mean, it's Nintendo, right? So, like, you know, the Nintendo Switch is as powerful as an Xbox 360. Or maybe less. So, yeah, you gotta just understand it. It's Nintendo. It's a GameCube, yeah.
Every time I hear a studio try to sell their game and their focus is on how cinematic or photorealistic it is, I usually just check out. The industry spends so much time trying to make games realistic without remembering that games should focus more on the gameplay and its art direction.
This is what I was saying. Like, he's completely fucking right. Like, absolutely. No, I don't give a fuck about how, like, her hair. Like, I don't care about this. Like, maybe this gets people to buy the game, but it certainly doesn't get people to play it. Or at least it doesn't get me to play it. I just don't care about this stuff at all.
It's like they say, Every time a game developer brags about how cinematic the game is, an angel loses its wings. I care much less about a world that looks ultra-realistic and more about a world that feels realistic, with a clear, cohesive art direction and world building through its environmental storytelling. And I think sometimes people confuse themselves into thinking a game that looks realistic is more immersive, but I think that has very little to do with making a game immersive.
I don't think that, I think that having great graphics does make it easier to be immersed in a game, definitely. But I think having graphics that have a feel of escapism does that even more. Like, I think it's hard to become immersed in a game like Starfield because of how bad the characters look. And I think also Lost Ark had this issue. Because Lost Ark was designed in Unreal 5, or sorry, Unreal 3, the other opposite 5. It was designed in Unreal 3, and it looks like it. It looks like dog shit. And like every time they do a close-up to a character's face in Lost Ark, I just cringe. Because it just looks so fucking bad.
It's more about believability. Do the visuals, sound design, music, and tone of the game match well? If so, that's all we need to be immersive. Going back to Atomic Heart for a second, I think a big reason why it failed to immerse me is despite its impressive visuals graphically, the game's tone and art direction feels very generic. It pales in comparison to BioShock at every turn. And I make the comparison to BioShock.
Also, like, another reason why I think this matters, like, I bet this guy is an American. So BioShock has a lot of references to American, like, ideas, right? Like the 50s and stuff like that. Whereas Atomic Heart is doing it off of, like, Soviet and like, Russian shit. So there's not that intrinsic understanding.
Are you still watching, Marcel?
There's not like a cultural understanding in the same way. I think that matters.
Because obviously it was a very clear inspiration, and it's
I wonder what people in like in Russia and like the places around that, I wonder what they feel about this game, if they liked it or not.
Compared to BioShock,
That's what I'd be curious about.
The Unreal Engine technology is all that's selling that game. Because the story...
So what's cool about this RPG,
which is unfortunate.
it says when you're fighting and they attack you, you can deflect a little bit of the damage. You're still gonna get hit, but
Sometimes I look at games
you get hit less. And same thing with the powers. When you attack, if you press at the right time, you get like a 2 hit instead of 1 hit.
It's a bit wild that Assassin's Creed Unity from 2014 somehow still has more striking visuals and lighting than the newer games. The Order 1886, despite being a fairly average game, looks absolutely amazing.
I think lighting and shading matters a lot.
And you don't use any Phoenix now, and your characters will revive if you keep one character alive long enough.
Things and like without the right lighting and shading, they look like garbage, but like actually in game, they look amazing.
Much better than a lot of
One thing I haven't noticed is how to like see my equipment. I can only see it when I'm buying stuff. It's annoying.
More attention to detail than Far Cry 5, with 4 having much more lively environments versus the more static ones of 5.
Well, it's because this is all washed out like blue. Look at that.
Battlefield 1's destructibility and details beat out 2042, and it's not even close. Infamous Second Son, Arkham Knight. These games still outshine games 8 to 9 years later visually. The graphical technology and more high-res textures are doing a lot of the heavy lifting for modern AAA developers because somehow we keep seeing regressions in so many different areas over the years. It's not just the visuals, but the animations too, but I'll save that for another day. Environmental storytelling is the most effective way to tell a story and immerse us in a world. Humans are visual creatures, and exposition dumping is often a big turnoff. This doesn't mean that dialogue or even some exposition is a bad thing.
Thank you. One thing that is the biggest cockblock in a new game to me is whenever, okay, finally, now we can talk to you for 30 minutes about something that you have no frame of reference or understanding about and will immediately forget the second that this screen is over. Okay, good. Now talk to this other guy. He's got 10 more minutes for you. Like
Oh, there it is.
Like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah, I just like
I haven't played the game without using this at all.
I appreciate games that allow you to play the game, and then you slowly learn more about the game over time. Yeah, it's a book, man.
far from it,
Jesus.
but it's important to make sure that the visuals speak for themselves. In the dialogue and exposition, service the visuals, rather than the other way around. I think a game like Firewatch does this almost perfectly, and I plan to cover that in a future video, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your thoughts on the discussion of art style versus graphics in the comment section, and I'll see you all in the next one.
What a great video. Like, I'm so glad I watched this. This is amazing. Like, this was such a good fucking video. Like, I'm pretty much, I agree with, like, every single thing that he said. Remnant was really cool. Yeah, Remnant was the same thing. Like, Remnant had great style, but, like, even though the graphics weren't, like, super high quality, it was very easy to understand what was going on, and you could appreciate what was happening. So, yeah, I mean, I just think that good graphics also, like, I don't know what's happened with some of these AAA studios recently. I think Starfield is, like, Starfield is the best example of this. How is it possible that a AAA studio, after 7 years or 6 years of development, produces that? How does that happen? It's honestly just kind of sad.
Okay, I just learned something new that I don't get
Do
to
video
use.
games have directors like movies have directors? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I mean, there's a game director, but he's directing in like a different way. Then there's like people that design, like obviously they're doing storyboarding, etc. So yeah, I don't know the nuances to it, but I think that some yes, some no.
Bad.
But yeah, I mean, I just don't understand. Like,
Specifically,
how
time
you
he hits
develop a
and
game
blood
like
causes Starfleet to
Starfield
fly out of the rocky ass
like,
day.
I'm trying to think of some of the
Something
other like
with
really
the
big
time.
games that have come out recently that are just like kind of mediocre.
Master. Yeah, I like that.
Like, how do you do that? How do you fuck up on that level? But yeah, I think that he's right about graphics, like in the fidelity of graphics, like the actual like pixel count of certain things. But being
I
lower
like
with
that
these
very
games,
much. Okay, what's
but
going
the
on?
games look better because they have a more definitive style that's more appealing. I'll link you guys to this. Is it creative director? Yeah, there you go. Starfield looks embarrassingly rough. Yeah. Failure to innovate. Bethesda is stuck in their own ways and refuse to evolve. Yep. Starfield is fine. You just don't like it. You not liking the game doesn't mean it's also a failure in most cases. Okay. Well, I mean, you liking the game doesn't mean it's good either. So, I mean, I could just use that same argument. Like, the NPCs in the game are garbage. They look stupid, the story is boring, the gameplay sucks, it's super repetitive, the loading screens for every activity. You do the
Okay, I
same
don't like
thing
it.
the entire game.
Guess it's
You have the
distracting
same
me now.
5 guns and shooting is bad. Like, dude, look, bro, like, play
Try
it
again.
all you want, enjoy it all you want. If you like the game, that's fine. But if you want to eat shit, stop trying to convince me that it's chocolate. Just
Yeah, I don't
eat
like
shit.
it. I can make that off.
What is up, Black Check family? Welcome back yet again. A beautiful week of checking these buttons. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys had a good 3-day weekend. If you happen to be in the States, chapters down below. And of course, what else is down below? That sub button if you guys want to take the time to help the channel grow. Thank you guys so much. Without further ado, we got a lot to check. And of course, it is HT, the most glorious day of the week. Let's go.
Tuesdays. Horny Tuesdays.
All right, now into them first set of Capcom Pro Tour, right? The CPT buttons that need to be checked. We had some hype action over the weekend. We had the South America West. A lot of hype moments, but in the end, UB Dookie ended up taking it all.
Gonna get a classic game 5 where first round. Oh! Do we get the fireball?
Oh man, that could have been linked out. That would have been too sick.
That would have been so gross.
Juggle. You still get it.
Oh,
he
he's got the
responds.
reaction. And can he build the level 3 off of this? He has a level 3. He's gonna go for the level 2 here. So is he going for a reset here setup? No, he's just.
He did.
He did.
It was
He
low,
got it.
and he's gonna take it. Dookie,
What's up?
having been almost one earlier, Shaka made the comeback. Dookie suddenly in the final game, the burst of energy, the burst of forward movement. In part, it was a jump, something he had almost never done throughout the set.
How does one get the name Dookie? I wonder if it means the same thing where you dash that it does here in the States. Anyway, congratulations, Dookie. All right, next up for them Street Fighter pros, right? Playing for an actual pro contract with Guild Esports in the hottest temperatures ever. This is unheard of, right? Buttons that need to be checked. Okay, so if you're not familiar, I know I wasn't familiar, right? There's the crazy-ass tournament. I'm not sure if it's the first time it's went down, but it's the first time I'm hearing of it, right? All right, so anyway, we're going to pick it up right here with the homie F-Word. Saying tomorrow, granted this was posted a few days ago, right? Players will battle it out for a pro contract with Guild Esports. I put Guild information on the screen, but there's a twist. Make sure you're tuned in live to find out, and that's the twist that we were just talking about. Check out this clip from F-Word.
Damn, perspiration from my forehead. But listen, Dubai heat ain't no joke, you know. Different kind of heat out here, I tell you. Having said that, if you think this is hot,
I
imagine being a
die.
player
I might
having to play
die.
for a pro contract with Guild Esports in crazy hot temperatures and unique circumstances. All will be revealed tomorrow, because that's actually happening. Yes, tomorrow, the Sky Broadband Sweat Room, in partnership with Guild Esports, is taking place. The players will have to compete in excruciatingly hot conditions, and the winner will be getting a contract with Guild Esports.
I just gotta stay
Okay,
alive.
so that's insane. Not only do they have
Just gotta stay alive.
150 degrees, but they're also playing for a
Get outta here.
professional
Locked.
contract. That's amazing.
Alright, my
right?
girl's
That's
back.
great. That's crazy. I would like to see more of that. Not only you get a one-time prize, you get like 10 G's, 20 G's, something like that. But now you can get a damn career.
Get out of here.
Hello, welcome to Sky Broadband's
Shit.
Sweat Room, the sweatiest Street Fighter tournament on Earth, all powered by Sky Full Fiber. Now today, in partnership with Guild Esports, the gaming world is heating up. We've got 8 gamers that are about to battle it out in a tournament like no other, all set inside this custom forged chamber, built to withstand a sizzling 150 degrees Fahrenheit of heat. Is that hot?
They will also be taking away with them a professional contract with none other than Guild Esports, filling the final spot in Guild's brand new Street Fighter 6 squad that will compete on the international stage.
Kamehameha Boomerang.
Pretty epic, right?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
It's okay, we're gonna bait it this time. We're gonna bait it this time. Let's go, Ken
This one.
versus King.
And this is a matchup that we're going to see at least twice today, because of course we will have Suleiman versus Muslim right after, but it's all about this one here. Let's go.
I talk about this heat because you came up here and you're like, oh, I don't like it. We're putting you in there. You're trying to win a contract here. Just talk us through beat for beat when you got in there. What was the temperature like?
I hated it. Like, obviously, I'm wearing a do-rag. Like, I'm gonna be sweating from my forehead. it's not gonna be a fun experience, but for the contract and what's at stake, you just gotta make it work. You know what I'm saying?
How was the vibe?
So I think at the start, when we got into the room, at first I felt like this is manageable. You know, the heat is very much the same as like my room when it gets hot. But evidently, every time it's hot, it's a lot more tough.
And then, of course, it comes down to grand finals, and I believe a player by the name of Sully takes it home. Check it out.
He got the EX. He got the extension. He got the extension again. And Suleiman, optimal.
Oh, there it is. What a day it's been. Sky Broadband Sweat Room, it's been phenomenal, and we are now standing here with our grand champion Solomon. Can we get a round of applause for this amazing man?
Has it sunk in for you just yet?
Not yet. No, I'm still recovering from the heat in that room, to be honest. I'm just excited to just jump into some AC at the moment, but yeah, it's a really good.
This right here is what
What
it's
do you want me
all
to do
about.
now?
Solomon, you do realize
I'm
that you have
confused.
won yourself a professional contract with Guild Esports.
I gotta say, man, I'm sure that's gonna look great on you.
Okay, so it's amazing for a couple of reasons. For one, you got a tournament that's unheard of. You're talking about 150-degree temperature. I guess that's a young man's game because my eyes would have been blacked out on the floor. 150? Hell no. The crazy thing is, it actually didn't seem to bother them that much. They all complained about the heat, but nobody seemed to like truly be affected. They were like, yeah, it gradually gets worse, and I wanted some AC after, but nobody really said that it was like affecting their game. Like I said, young man's world, because me, I would have been on the damn floor. What if they did the opposite next time, though, right? What if it was like an ice box? Like, I don't know, my first job was at Arby's, and when I have to go into that freezer to get the meat, that shit is cold. If you run some sets in that shit, like you're not allowed to wear a jacket, you know what I'm saying? No gloves, and you have to play that would be hard. But the biggest thing, Guild is out here giving players that's dope. They actually get a contract. One-time prize, you can get that anywhere, because you actually get a career, you know what I'm saying? Paid trips and whatnot for competitions, and you get to live the dream. Big shout out to Guild. All right, now we're to the next set of Justin Wong is a jerk and probably going straight to hell. Buttons didn't need to be checked. Now that was a rough ass title, right? But trust me, it all makes sense in a minute here. So if you're not familiar with Jay Wong, which obviously most of you probably are, go follow his screen information down below. Definitely check out the man. He's a homie of the channel. Been a dominant player for quite some time. Justin has this legendary, right? This iconic clip of him playing a kid. I think the kid was like 8 years old.
Kamehameha!
7, 8 years ago, something like that. I believe
Boomerang!
Mortal Kombat X. Yes, I have the video right here. I'm gonna put the link down below if you want to see the original.
Shit, I didn't even see the one back there.
But apparently, playing this kid, he thinks it's somebody else.
Well, he gone now.
He's like, oh shit, it's the kid. And he doesn't take it easy at all. He like whoops his kid's ass. He kind of like trolls him as he's doing it. Here's a clip.
Uh-oh. Talker? We got a talker. We got a talker.
Hi.
Oh shit.
Hi, bud.
Oh
Can you
fuck.
talk to me?
Oh my
I
god.
look so easy on you because I'm new. So I'm new to the game. I don't have that many.
Welcome to
I'm new to the game.
Welcome to the real world. Welcome to the real world.
Okay, that's a cheap move. That's a cheap move.
Welcome to the real world.
No, you're cheating.
You're gonna learn. This is the real world. You learned it early, son.
That's all you ever do in your house? I'm done playing now. You're a freaking jerk. All you keep doing is that. That's freaking not fair. if That's all you're gonna do. How is that?
Oh my god, I'm going to hell. I'm going to fucking hell.
So that's why that's the title, right? Because in it, it's like, you're a jerk, and Justin at the end of the clip's like, I'm probably going to hell. Well, of course, that clip went viral. I mean, as of right now, it has over 600,000 views on YouTube alone. And the insane thing is, if you look at the comment section, right, it has over 1,000 comments. Somebody posted 5 years ago saying, this will come back to haunt Justin. Evo 2030, he will meet this kid in grand finals and get bodied. Kid will train every day until he's the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep him down. Hilarious shit, right? Probably never gonna happen, or is it? Because just yesterday, and by the time you watch this video, about 2 or 3 days ago, the kid has reemerged and he wants the damn run back. Yes, apparently somebody by the name of Tony Lover at John Doe, and then all these numbers, right, tags Justin Wong, and he says, hey, I'm the kid in this popular fighting clip. Then he posts a clip to the video that we just watched. He continues right here saying, and I have some more screenshots of my old PlayStation name before I changed it. And he posts 2 screenshots or little video clips down below, and I believe the kid's name was like Asian Lamb, right? Something like that? Okay.
29.
Oh, there it is right there. You can see it says Asian Lamb and then debt right underneath it. Then he posts another one right here. You can see again. It says, what is that? Asian Lamb. And I'm assuming that's him in the damn video recording that, right? Voice is definitely different like hell. That was what, like 8 years ago? He's a grown man now. Well, at least a damn teenager, right? Close to like 16, 17, 18, I don't know, something like that. And if you were continuing that post, he says, I can go back and find more proof if necessary. I just want my 1v1 back. Holy shit. is this not FG? If anything is FGC, if anything was ever FGC, this is it.
Am I stuck now because this thing went away?
In the clip, Justin was saying the whole time, you're gonna learn today. Welcome to the real world. The kid done got the thick skin. He done been in the real world, and now he wants the real run back. That damn match was his origin story.
I don't have that power. Those rock. I don't
I
think.
didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding.
Down below, I can see our department tagging Justin and myself. I appreciate the love, right? He says, let's get it. But then Tony Lover actually responds to that with the Ghost Rider simply shaking the figure. No. You can see the FGC responding down below, right? They're saying, get your lick back, little bro. Tony's saying, I'm trying. Thank you for the support. Others saying, bro, you got my full support. Get your run back. And he continues just thanking everybody. And down below, it just gets even more hype. How could you not love this, right? Everybody's like, forget Evo. This is the real hype. Hell, make this run back at you, right? This is Joe. I love this. Oh man, I love this. So far, I don't see that Justin.
I'm stuck.
You know Justin is.
I'm stuck.
Video about it. I can see him actually doing it.
What am I supposed to do?
He's a competitor. I think he would do it, and I think he would make some good ass content about it.
Wait, can I push this one?
If it's done right, it should be at an event, you know, where people could like
supposed to do with this
maybe
things?
be a part of it. I don't know. It's up to the two parties involved. But the reason why I think Justin hasn't responded yet because I think he's currently busy. He's like overseas. He's doing a lot. I can't wait to see his response though. I can't wait to see what happens, and I can't wait to see the run back. I'm assuming it's going to be an MK1, right? But it remains to be seen. Either way, you gotta love it. But how y'all feeling? Let me know. And there it is, ladies and gents. Let me know how you are feeling. Thank you guys for the amazing love as always. If I don't post tomorrow, it'll definitely be the next day. And it is HT, so we gotta end it on an HT flavor. All right, so we're gonna mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna give y'all 2 for 1. This first one was just adorable as hell. I had to cover it. It was somebody by the name of Weevil Mortal Kombat. Sorry for butchering the name. Posted this thing. Get over here and got these got these dogs right here. You talking about Sub, you talking about Scorpion. Never looking better. Oh my God, how damn precious is this? Then next up, we got Katie Cosplay. Profile on the screen. Information down below. I believe we featured her before. She's one of the bigger, I would say, cosplayers in the FGC. I've seen her do a lot. Not only FGC, obviously, but in general. She posted this just yesterday, saying, I keep all my spells in my thighs. I'm already intrigued. Here's the picture.
Oh, that would be good.
I'm not sure what cosplay this is.
Looks like a little fart.
If she keeping spells in her thighs, it looks like it's a lot of spells.
Let's try it.
You could have a whole damn spelling bee with all them spells. Can't see what I did?
Shoot.
Spelling bee. Doesn't work. Okay.
Oh, shoot. Salamander.
There it is one more again. I gotta get out of here. Thank you guys for the amazing love. Please take the time to subscribe. Trying so hard to hit that 60K before the year is up. We own the plan, man. And like I said earlier, if we don't see you tomorrow, it'll definitely be the next day. Love y'all forever. Why don't check another video out while you're here? We'll see you soon. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all forever.
Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Sorry, Salamander. Oh, shoot. He ate him.
Not only that he was able to compete against such competition, not only that he was able to do it in 150-degree heat, but he was able to do it with his hair. This man, he was in 150-degree heat rocking the fro. You know what I'm saying? This is probably the hottest hairstyle that you could have in 100. You know what I'm saying? That was, you know, it was hot. You know that shit was hot. My ass would have been bald, wearing the tank top and flip-flops. This man was so for the dedication and the courage that Sully had to go in with this and come out with I salute you, sir.
Jesus.
Modern and 1 JP. So yeah, I was really surprised to see the Modern JP do so well. But it was a lot of fun.
This is really it looks like we are getting our first
classic?
match. Yeah, Keith versus Dalsum right off the bat here.
Simple Tricks.
Simple Tricks, yeah. So Simple Tricks is actually a Florida player, comes from Tampa. Plays pretty well for the most part. I believe top 32 at CEO last year.
And you know, they gotta be feeling that Snake Eyes buff. You know, the leap high thing he's playing right now.
Absolutely. And Herb's on the other side.
Okay,
Also
I won't fuck it up now. Kamehameha!
It's this player I'm thinking of. Is very fantastic.
Reflect! Reflect!
Guilty here, but kind of getting smoked. Getting run over a little bit in the corner there. Just a little distance.
Yeah.
So no surprise, Dalton.
Oh, I fucked up. I should have done the other one.
He's gonna get a lot of play, but that's what you want. You want to diversify the patterns, make things difficult.
Should have done the other one.
That drive.
Absolutely. And as often as possible, the more you can make them think you're going to swing and just tap out.
I should have done that one. I would have killed him.
Even taking that Larry, it's worth it. You're out of the corner.
Absolutely. Great job from Herb escaping.
Oh, he ran away?
Situation in the running bear grab. Back to neutral here. We just got to pressure a little bit more on that meter. There it is.
Yeah, this is going to make things significantly easier here, depending on the situation. But now, putting the headbutt on, this is getting tough.
Okay, so we got the level 2. It actually hits. Zanky was so tall. Another hit. A straight juggle. Herb's trying to close the distance. Trick's not giving up, man. No
I see.
way.
It's a puzzle.
Are you kidding me?
Almost dead too. Tough situation. Half drive rush now. Drive reversal actually comes through and does push him away.
Oh my god. Wow. What a treat to see Zangy versus Dawson as our first game of the night. First game of the tournament. Trips goes up 1-0, but Herb is doing a lot better in the second round, so we just got to get that game plan started early.
Play a different video on the background.
That's a couple times in a row. Forward, medium kick.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Flagrant. And I just want to let you all know right now, I know there's been a lot of messages because there was a lot of concern. You were like, are you guys okay at Burning Man? I know you're stuck in the mud. Is everything okay? Is everybody safe? Does everybody have enough food? Does everybody have enough water? And the answer to all that is yes, because we were in the Hamptons, where they have almost no mud, and they have tons of water and tons of food. We're having an absolutely amazing time, and Akash was obviously filming his newest special. Yeah, let's go. Now, any regrets for not being at Burning Man? We know that you have none. You guys.
I think this might be the most fun year. I think so. Akash has a bunch of regrets. All that mud. Like, come on.
Son, if there was 1 year you need to
This is the year I should have gone, dude. This is how you know God don't want me at Burning Man, because he took me out the 1 year I would have liked.
Or he was like, damn, we were too hard on that kid the first time. We need to give him his ideal Burning Man this time around.
Yeah, but then he wouldn't have put it this weekend. He wouldn't have put the special date this weekend. That's how it all felt. God doesn't want me at Burning Man, bro. He wants me to stay faithful to my wife, away from the mud.
Does it count as cheating in your culture when you guys fuck the ground?
Yeah, dude, because we love it so much. You know what I mean?
But that does count as cheating.
I has to. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's the passion about it. It's not the fucking, it's the passion with which we do it. You know what I mean?
It's like emotional cheating.
Yeah, it's emotional cheating.
It's the spirit of look at that and try to not beat your dick. Just imagine that. Just imagine any time you exit your tent, you could just...
Michael Jackson dance where he's just like on the ground and he's like, you remember that shit?
Oh, Jesus, that bombed.
Dude, you could kind of feel it in the beginning. You could kind of feel the Michael Jackson
If you remembered it, then it would have been good.
Yeah, it's our fault. It's our fault. Yeah.
That's Michael Jackson dance. No one thought Moonwalk.
Yeah.
No one thought Moonwalk.
These guys are on vacation 2 times. Why are you victim blaming? Yeah. You guys are on vacation. You gotta warm up.
Hey, our bad guys. Hey, guys. I want us each individually to apologize to Alex for this. You should.
Alex, you're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah. I should have known about the Michael Jackson dance where he does that. I'm sorry. I accept your apology. I'm sorry. I don't know how it slipped my mind. We can proceed. I don't know what happened.
Okay, I think Mark, you're 100% right. I think, listen, as annoying as it would be, and obviously looking at it right now, going, okay, I'm pretty glad we weren't there. It looks kind of fucking crazy. Can't leave whenever you want. Everybody's full of fucking mud. It looks disgusting. I do think that it would be the best burn.
Yes, dude.
I mean that 100%.
I think hardcore burners are very happy with this. It's going to weed out the people who are like,
yeah, 100%. But also, like, Burning Man is about doing drugs. But it's also about connecting with people.
On drugs.
Yes, and the best way to connect with people is drugs. But the second best way to connect with people is to have a group struggle.
Yeah. That's
right?
true. That's true.
And it's why, like, everybody in Canada is so nice. It's because you need to be nice to your neighbor because you might die. Your heat goes out in the winter, it's -40. You'll die. You need to be able to go to your neighbor's house and say, hey, how you doing? Can I stay with you so I don't die? My family doesn't die. And they go, of course you can. So they're polite, they're kind.
Yeah,
right?
that's like CrossFit people are weird.
Keep going on that.
Because they're all hanging out, doing hard work
Damn,
together. All
I should have
4 days a
killed
week, and by
myself
the end of
before
a month,
coming into
they're
this
like,
fight.
My brother.
Yeah.
Work out together. They're like, no.
No,
We've
it's
almost
group
died
struggle.
4
You're my
times.
brother.
But it has to be almost death. It has to be that level because I thought about this and I was like, well, why? It's not just inclement weather because then people in Portland would be nice.
Right.
But the problem with Portland is it's just rain.
Yeah,
It doesn't kill you.
Yeah.
It's the perfect amount to just drive you crazy without ever hurting you.
No bonding.
No
just
bonding.
annoying.
It's sadness, but not hardship.
There you go. Hardship comes together.
Yeah, hardship brings you
You're
together.
an army.
Yeah.
You're going against the mud.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what the British used to do. Was that the, no? Okay. I'll take it.
Oh, definitely, I'm definitely dead.
Damn.
I'm with the mud jokes. I've participated. I just
No, it
didn't
was
get
me.
it.
It wasn't it. But there was the ideas were there, but it didn't really make that.
Getting that joke.
I apologize, dude. That's on me. It's on me.
Fucking hell. Okay,
Sorry
let me
for
get it
not
back.
knowing
Let me get
that
it back.
British
Let me get it back. Let me get it back. Okay, so the point is, I think that this would be by far the most fun Burning Man to be at. And is there a little part of me that's upset that we didn't go? Yeah, but we also had a fucking incredible time. Like this week was fantastic.
Talk about it.
That's it. Well, I first want to talk about your especial.
No.
I mean, maybe the best weekend of my life.
Really?
Yeah, like up
Oh,
there with
man.
the wedding. Like,
Really?
Yeah, and I don't even feel bad saying that. I don't even feel bad saying that.
What do you mean up there? What do you mean?
It's like tied for first, and it might be first.
How
You know what I
close?
mean? It might beat out the wedding.
saying it
Only
publicly?
mentioned his wedding just so he doesn't die tonight.
No, you will see this. When you get married, that's a fucking unbelievable thing. But my wife was also here with me, shared the whole thing, and she'd been with me through all the broke shit, so like, I have an out to be like, hey, you know what I mean? You were at both. So I can kind of get away with it. But the wedding is amazing. It's like a different level of happiness. But this was like, you get this because we're older. What the 1 hour comedy special has meant to us our whole lives.
Yeah.
I remember watching Bring the Pain and being like, what the fuck? I remember downloading Killing Them Softly on an album and playing it on a TV.
You never watched a video of a wedding and been like, oh my god.
Yeah, we don't. As men, you're not conditioned to dream about.
So if you could relive one of them once, which one?
Comedy special. and what's crazier, I already lived it 4 times. There was 4 tapings. Comedy special.
Yeah, you want to do a fifth?
Yeah, fit, absolutely.
Oh, awesome.
It was the greatest, and I really want to say thank you. First of all, you showed us we don't need the networks, and I've been thinking, just kind of like processing everything, and it was no networks. I didn't even go to them. I just paid for it, and the reason I was able to pay for it is because this little pod we started, and you guys have supported us, so thank you guys.
Yeah.
I was able to pay for it. It's a lot of money, and it fucking hurt to pay for, but like, I'm so grateful to everybody, the fans who came out, bro. I didn't even know people flew in from Seattle. I mean, emotional talking about it. Canada, fucking Miami, LA, New York. People missed the sets we ran in New York Comedy Club, and they flew down from New York.
We even went to the Hamptons.
You guys went to the Hamptons, which I really appreciated. I'd have been nervous if y'all were there. I'd have been like, I hate knowing a bunch of people in the audience.
That's what I'm saying. We got farther.
So you guys did me a huge favor going further away.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, they said people were lining up like 6 hours early to get front row seats and shit like that. Like, it was crazy. Somebody, I don't know, somebody stole the stool I was sitting on. People were like trying to buy pieces of the set. We're actually trying to find a way to... Thank you, man. I didn't know how many pictures leaked or whatever.
Shout out to Nick.
Nick Pastore, fucking brilliant.
The outfit
made this.
was sick too.
Outfit, shouts to Rasta. We mentioned them on this
Hammer hard, we flat.
I think you guys would actually like.
Is that the website that we went to?
Yeah, they got some fire shit.
Well, hey, finally, bro. Come on, I finally did it, man. Because we were going through that website. You need to update that website and just put only that jacket up there.
Yeah.
Sure the fucking carpets you had on there were absolute dog shit. But what is the website again?
Oh, you still alive?
RASTH.com, Rasta official.
Why do you do that? He's wearing one of the carpets right now.
Dude, honestly,
that's a butterfly.
this is the first outfit that he's worn that I think is like really fucking horrible.
Tom's gonna be like, are you really?
Jesus. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Fine China.
Oh my God,
You're
dude.
dressed as like a Greek trinket store.
Oh my God, that's good.
No. I'm very proud of you. I'm so stoked for you. I know how hard you've been working on this
Thank
thing,
you,
and
man.
like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of pressure to hold all that together, and you fucking did it. And shout out to your boys, and I'm stoked, man.
Thank
I'm
you,
stoked.
man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys again. Everybody came out, and I really am so fucking proud of.
So what's the plan? Where do you want to
So
release
we're
it?
I wanted to just put everything I had into this thing, and I did. I gave every ounce I have, and I feel like we made something really, fucking great. I really do. And then after that, I'm not sure where we're gonna go. We're gonna talk to some people. Some networks are already kind of talking to us.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what that looks like, what the YouTube route looks like. We're gonna compare, and then we'll figure that out. But right now, it's just take like a week or two, kind of decompress, and then get in the edit and figure it out. But like,
let me just ask you one question about your shirt.
Yeah.
When you put your shirts on, do you put them on feet first through the collar?
Why is that? I wore this when I...
Like, do you open the collar and stick your feet in and then bring the whole thing up to your shoulders? Is that why? Because something happens around here where, I mean, I can put my whole fist into your shirt
Go in.
without even really stretching the collar. So I need you to explain, because you have a beautiful head. Your head in your whole life has never gained weight.
Mm-hmm.
You could be 200 pounds and you have the same beautiful, really?
No.
Oh. Beautiful fucking head. So I need to understand why the collar
Can I
gets
tell you
stretched.
what I think it is? I have a weird thing of something sitting on my neck, and I always just adjust the collar. It's just like a weird fucking... It's like,
strong enough to stretch out the collar. Stop it.
Listen, if Alex is
I didn't laugh.
Alex said that he was...
That was really good. I want you to know I did not laugh because it wasn't funny. I didn't laugh because I'm exhausted. That was great. Mud joke made no sense. That was great.
Oh, we're gonna get back to the mud.
Inaccurate.
Yeah, we're gonna make the mud work. We're gonna make it fucking work.
Yeah.
But just please help me understand why the collar is like that.
I think that's why it's like that.
You just pulling it, not
I just
stop.
fucking yank at it all the time. I just don't like...
Just anxiety.
Maybe. It's an anxious thing. Yeah, it might be.
Okay.
Because it's always been... I was even looking... Before one of the tables,
Before
I was
you
like,
get
why this shit
dressed-
still coming to a V?
Before you get dressed one day, I'm gonna come to your house.
Okay.
With a fresh new shirt.
Okay.
And I'm gonna watch you get dressed.
Okay.
Because I need to get to the bottom of this. Okay. This to me is more confusing than the pyramids.
I also...
Like the pyramids, I understand you're putting blocks on top
I'm
of blocks.
holding back, like just banging on his head. He looks like a bottle of Casa Azul.
Oh,
yeah. That's exactly what it looks like. He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back.
Alex is back. Even though he pronounced it wrong, he's back. He said Casa, not Clase, but it was so good. It was so good that you do look like a bottle of Casa Azul.
I also...
Just like, no.
It's all time.
Okay, go on.
I also wear this one on the plane. I haven't changed since the plane.
Oh, you wore this on the plane?
Yeah, on the plane here.
Okay, cool.
It's probably more comfortable than I thought about changing.
No, that happens to me when I get on planes. Sometimes I'll turn.
Looks like you're wearing your dad's shirt.
My dad, it's a hula skirt.
You don't lay flat and then fuck up the shirt?
Bro, so you're doing something wrong. And we just need to acknowledge it.
It could be.
We just need to acknowledge it as a group. Is there something wrong with me that when I sit down, my pants come up to my knees? Yeah. Do we know what it is? No, because look, this is
back to the short joints.
Look, have you ever seen pants this baggy on me before?
You have to pull it
Have you
down.
ever seen
You have to pull it out. But watch when you stood up though.
Look at this.
And then watch them sit. And watch them sit.
Sit, look. Wait. Magical. That's magic.
Yeah.
You and I have a thing with clothing that cannot be explained.
Your bottom is my top.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna fucking figure this out.
All right.
Have you ever put on a rash guard? What does it look like?
What's a rash guard?
A rash guard is like something you boogie board with. What about a wetsuit?
A turtleneck, perhaps.
Yeah.
I
What
don't.
happens with turtlenecks to you? You just
I
look
don't.
like Sharon Stone. I need to know.
I've never wear turtleneck. I can't have anything on my neck.
Oh, it is a thing.
It's a weird thing I have. I have my whole life. I hate it.
Sexual?
I fucking hate it.
Son,
No, I don't know.
Miles relate.
I just, anything right here, I just fucking hate it.
What did Miles do?
Catching. Everybody's catching.
What Miles do?
Get it.
Miles, he's into choking or
Nah,
something?
he can't wear turtlenecks. They don't fit.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Is it because it's because they'll come up to the bottom of your nose?
Bail him out. He almost was stuck in it. I was looking for the word shit that they wear that's covering the whole face and all the rabbits wear.
Just over the wall, approaching on his mouth.
It's like a fucking ski.
Okay. What?
That's my turtleneck.
Okay, so you felt great about the special.
Yeah, man.
Everything's
I'm
awesome.
so fucking happy with it. Yeah. So,
Okay, and then you see what happens. Look into some networks, maybe. Look into self-release. There's
Absolutely.
plenty of different options.
yeah, we'll see what the
that are open
options
to you.
are, who's talking, what they're talking about, and then we'll take it from
Okay.
there.
Is the shirt stretched in the special at all?
Probably.
Why do you gotta bring it back to his shirt? I'm curious.
I just need to see a picture. Can I see a picture of you?
See if we can CGI.
I don't know if I have
Yo,
one.
You don't.
Tell him to give you a break, yo. Yeah, I'm bullying this kid. I'm curious.
We're not being bullies. I just want to know if we can see his belly button during the special from where his collar is, more or less.
We went through this one time. We filmed a Netflix thing. We filmed a Netflix thing with this guy, and we didn't realize until 3 weeks later that his entire bulge was in one of the cameras. You could see both of his testicles and the penis and the small vein on the side.
Who didn't realize?
You, my director.
I loved it. What do you mean? It's like, give me more of that.
We were like, do we try it? We literally were like, do we blur it?
No. You want to take it out with the color correction.
We was trying to increase the, women.
Yo, and what color were the pants?
They're like, what, black? Navy?
Black is slimming.
Okay, all right.
And your boy was still bulging. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, so Burning Man, we weren't there. Shout out to everybody who went. And we're glad you got
RIP to the one dude.
Yeah, what happened?
Somebody died.
I feel like that's not that bad. Don't somebody die every time?
Not really. It's really not a lot of deaths.
They have a good streak of not too many deaths.
There was the one guy who ran into the fire.
Crazy video.
Yeah, that's crazy. When they like burn either the man or the, what is it called, the temple. He just ran straight into it. Fucking nuts.
But who died this year in the mud?
There was another Indian joke right there about a wife running into the fire when the husband dies. I just wondering if you get to it.
Fuck. No, that was like, that's intricate. That's nice. Yeah, that was really good. Damn it. I missed that.
Okay, it's all good. We got it.
You could have made that.
We got it. I'm too tired to make the connection, so I'm just hoping you would get it.
Okay, you had a heavy
I couldn't
weekend.
put the words together. I just
You
had
had
the
a big
idea.
weekend. You had a big weekend.
Yeah.
Tour announcements. We have added shows or more seats in the following cities. Niagara Falls, Ontario, September 22nd. Windsor, Ontario, September 23rd. We added another show in Perth, Australia on November 13th. Melbourne, we just added more seats for the John Cain Arena on November 16th. And Sydney, we added a second show November 17th at the Aware Super Theater. And Brisbane, we just added more seats to the Brisbane Entertainment Center. Guys, DeAndrewSchultz.com for all those tickets. I can't wait to see you guys there. Peace.
Also, guys, I do have to mention one date coming up September 15th and 16th, Stress Factory. Hurry up and buy tickets because they will sell out. They are selling quickly. Also, I just want to say thank you to everybody who came to my tapings at White Oak Music Hall, which is an amazing venue, by the way. Thank you to y'all, but most importantly, thank you to the fans. This was a fucking dream come true. You guys flew in from everywhere. You showed so much support. I am so grateful to you guys. None of this is possible without you, and I just want to say thank you. And I know some people wanted to somebody literally stole the stool, which is cool, but also some people were saying they wanted to buy the set pieces. We are trying to figure out a way to make that happen, and if we figured it out, you can go pick up those set pieces at White Oak Music Hall, which, by the way, is an amazing venue. Unless you're like a comedian, I know if you want to do a show in Houston, they're the best, and the whole place is gorgeous. So the link's not here, go to akashsing.com, but it should be here by now. Thank you.
Okay, so we did not go to your special taping. Do you feel bad that we weren't there?
No. I would. If y'all were there, I'd have been more nervous than I already was.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was so nervous after the first taping. My right forearm was like, fuck it. I was like, why is it so sore? And I realized I was holding the mic like this for the full hour or whatever. And then after that, I was fine. I felt like we had enough. But that first taping, I've never been more nervous in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I was so nervous.
And were you like thinking about every single joke?
I was just, what could go wrong, what can't, like, everything has to line up. And then I was like, if I hit my marks, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
And then I knew I flubbed some words, but I was like, with 4 tapings, there's the statistical probability of me messing up these same words 3 times again. It's just not going to happen.
And
so I was relaxed after that.
You can always like go back in and record some stuff.
What do you think was your best one?
So after that first taping, the second taping, I was like weirdly calm. And I said to Kev, I was like, I'm so calm. I'm so not nervous, I'm getting nervous. I was more nervous this past Saturday in Poughkeepsie than I am right now. And then I got off stage and then Kev was like, that was the one. And then the cinematographer, Jordan Levy, was a beast. He came out and he hadn't really seen the set that. Like, he might have watched it once, but he gave me a huge hug and he was like, we're done. We got everything we need. We have 2 more shows tomorrow. Now we're just having fun. We already have a top tier special. And then I was like, oh shit, okay. That was the one, I guess. So that was the taping that I got off thinking it was good, but everybody's like, nah, that was the fucking one. You got some moments out of it that were great. You hit everything. It was unbelievable. So that's when I felt like that was that feeling before. Everybody telling me I'm done. I was like, oh, great. We're good.
Yeah.
So that was cool. It was the greatest weekend of my life.
And now for the hard work.
I know.
Yeah.
That edit is a bitch.
I know.
Start organizing your time now.
I know.
Are you off the road?
I'm taking 6. I got a stress factory, and then I'm taking at least 6 weeks off after.
And then
fully off
just
comedy.
organize that fucking time and then get in there. Are you doing it with Kev?
Yeah, Big Kev's obviously the greatest, and he's like, this is the part I'm excited for. And I was like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
this is going to be brutal.
Yeah, this is the worst part.
This is a brutal part.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fun is over.
Yeah.
So it's misery until you put it out.
I know.
And then when you're about to release it and you're at your lowest confidence because you watched it so much and you're just like, wow, nothing is funny here.
Yep.
In a whole hour. You have to watch it with some strangers. That was a good suggestion I think maybe you had, where it was like, let's just get 10 people in here and just have them watch it, and you'll hear them kind of laugh at it, and you'll see how people watch the special. So that we should do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You also need like an editor you can like abuse. Or like mock or ridicule.
Yeah, take out your frustration on the way that their skull is shaped. That's usually the way it works.
Yeah, people like that.
Yeah, Shifty really earned his stripes that way. You know, Shifty didn't sleep for about 3 months straight. I just want to point
And now
out.
he has an autoimmune disorder.
This
and
guy
is
has
chronically
fucking HIV, dude. Every time we go on a plane, no, this is for real. Every time we go on a plane, he is unbelievably sick within 6 hours of landing. Unbearably sick. I've seen him not sleep for months. He didn't sleep for months when we were doing the special. The guy can't even travel premium economy without immune system completely failing. What do you think this is?
You're a killer.
Yeah, you broke him.
Bro, the guy doesn't even do anything. The guy stopped working. We did the special, he just fucking sits down. No, I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, what is he doing? I gotta make up things for him to do. Let's try some different subtitles or something. Every week I gotta make up a new thing. This kid is falling apart in front of us right now. Shifty, what do you think it is?
See, he can't even speak. Can't even speak.
Because he can't blame his employer for ruining his fucking life
He has his
while
blog.
he's in the room.
His blog is like, and that's all he got right
Yeah, we need vlog energy.
Yeah,
we need Shifty vlog energy.
Son,
right
that's
now.
just him when you're not around. Look how happy he is.
Brother, I don't need him to be happy. I need him to be healthy. I'm not paying you to be happy. I'm paying you to not fucking sneeze and cough all over the van.
Oh my god. But he only cares about him not getting sick and you being productive.
Yeah.
His actual care about your health, non-existent.
I've never seen someone.
That's not true. I ask you every single day if you're good enough to travel next week.
I've never seen someone get so angry when he found out that he was sick. It's so funny. We're in the car and the Shifty hasn't talked or sneezed or coughed for like 3 weeks or like 3 days. We're fucking in put something down.
Which is a fucking world record.
And we're in the car and Shifty's leaning up against the window and then the car gets quiet and it's just us humming along and you just hear.
And like this, bro, I look like Joe Budden finding out that girl was a tranny. You know, I was like,
Bro, it was like the quiet place, dude. It was the fucking quiet place. And Schultz turns around like, what the fuck? And literally just goes, are you sick? And Shifty goes, no. And he says it one more time. He goes, are you fucking sick? Shifty just goes,
No, you know what's progress? That's the first time he's believed anybody's sick.
yeah.
Because if he ever missed work, I remember one time Al had like the fucking flu.
motherfuckers in LA or something, lazy.
I said man, dying, but I wasn't sick though.
Nah, you're not sick, bro. This guy got sick.
This guy put fucking hand sanitizer in his nostrils. Not sick. He faking it. He faking it. He faking it. He faking it.
Al works so hard he got autism.
Really?
That's crazy. He got work-induced autism, man.
Yeah, I don't believe that sick shit. I don't believe that sick shit.
I remember that. I was like, what's wrong with Al? And Andrew was like, the flu. I go, really? He goes, that's what he says. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
What time of year was it?
Winter, yo.
Alright, there's a chance. There's a chance. What do we have to do? What were we doing? What were we doing?
It's alright.
God, who knows, dude?
You can't just sit there and The flu is gonna stop you from sitting there and talking.
I Miles, remember that.
Bring in Miles into this.
Miles, remember that.
Miles is not sick. Miles got the best immune
Miles
system.
never been sick
Hangs out
once.
with West Village gays all day.
West
Never got
Village
sick.
gays all day, sucking and fucking in Fire Island all summer, never caught the flu, not one time.
That's what I'm saying. He's around it. He got sick. He's got immersion therapy.
Bro, I'm just saying, Shifty sick nonstop. I'll be honest, I can't say what I want to say. Because it could have come across as disrespectful, not funny. But it wasn't meant in any disrespect. What I'm trying to say is, Shifty has a new lovely girlfriend that I think is running him ragged.
Oh, she's sucking him dry?
I didn't mean to say
Is that what you're trying to say?
That's crazy, Mark. You can't speak about that.
You're saying
you
that's
can't
what
speak.
happened.
I didn't say. I was
That's
gonna,
what you
I was
said.
gonna say they're fucking doing awesome adventures. I was
What
thinking
kind
they're
of
doing
adventures?
awesome adventures. I don't know. They're going to play ping pong. They're going to play arcade games.
Cave diving?
They're definitely doing a lot of spelunking, if you ask me. I'm just saying, she might be stopping him from getting sleep.
Whoa.
Yeah. His immune system is currently on his floor and sheets. Shifty, is this true? Is there any truth to this?
Father already ruined one relationship.
With Jesse won?
One of his.
Oh, one of his. Oh, okay.
He didn't marry this girl just so Shelton lightens up.
Son, that's a good ass point. Yo, get married.
Yeah, lock it down.
Get married.
Lock it down,
Yo,
bro.
make it real. Make it real. Make it real.
Lock it down.
I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and
Now
tired.
you sick. Now he's sick.
I'm getting sick.
It's tired.
Motherfuck.
Come on.
For real, Shifty, this is an issue.
Lock it down.
And now you blame it on Calgary. You know, when you're frolicking around Bushwick all the goddamn time. Shifty?
Anyway.
Oh, fuck. We're going to have to talk about it.
So the Hamptons.
Let me tell you something, Alex.
Yo, that video.
He ready to move out there, bro. He ready to summer out
Let me tell you something.
That
Never, ever again question rich people about anything.
about like leisure things.
They figure everything. Leisure is just one of the things. Very rarely has there been a thing that rich people do that the non-rich, yes, we have a couple bucks now, but not that rich. When I say rich, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Wealth. I'm talking about old money.
So you say with that.
Yeah, old money. Never question old money, especially when it comes to leisure activities, but also vacationing. There's no place they haven't discovered.
I don't know.
No, especially when it comes to leisure activities and vacation.
Okay.
They have been everywhere. There's not a place on the planet that they haven't been. And the places that they enjoy the most, they curate life over there, and it's fucking unbelievable. You're not gonna find a new one. We went to Turkey. We were like, yo, we're gonna bulge and we're gonna put this shit on the map. The fucking mall floor was limestone. The whole thing is built out. It's done. Beautiful, but done. The Hamptons was incredible. I hated on the Hamptons my whole life, never went once. I said it's a bunch of stuck-up, snobby assholes. It was. Still worth it. Still worth it.
You are.
You take tennis. Oh, come play tennis with me. You want to be that shit so bad, just admit it, bro. Admit it. You want to be bougie. You want to be old money. You want to be old money.
You don't play tennis anymore. You play paddle.
Oh yeah, tennis is done.
I'm telling you.
Paddle is the Carter.
No, bro. Have you played? Have you played?
It's the Hampton.
Did you play? Did you play? Did you play?
Listen,
play.
They can't keep up.
Oh,
with each other.
Hampton people can't play tennis.
They can't.
Hampton people can't play
The
tennis.
old money motherfuckers are playing paddle so you don't have to move them.
No.
They play pickle because of that. You would say that.
The old people.
Have you played?
Listen, I was 5 years behind. I was you. I said everything you said. You're just 5 years behind. In 5 years, you're going to be in the Hamptons playing paddle like these.
When I'm old and I can't move, yes, I will be saying that.
Yeah. It's the only young people are playing paddle. I haven't seen one person that was all playing paddle. It's young people playing paddle. Here's the thing. Paddle, basically, for everybody's watching, go look at some YouTube videos. It's ping pong, right? No,
that's pickleball.
Let me explain it.
It's
Pickleball is a game, okay? Tennis is a sport. Paddle is in between the two.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Bro, you know, Pickle. Here, you explain the shit you never do.
No, I'm on board with you because
See?
one,
Now you're coming. Now you're coming.
It was created by a Spanish man.
Exactly.
Because he was too lazy to get the tennis ball when it got past him. So he's like, yo, let's just put up some walls so the shit never gets past me and we don't have to go run and get the ball. This shit's just always in play. That's why they created that game.
Yeah.
Genius game.
It's genius.
I mean,
what's wrong with that?
It's a game created for a lazy motherfucker who didn't want to walk and get a ball. It's still a great game, but it's.
Have you tried it? Not lazy. It sounds like he wants to keep playing nonstop.
Yeah. It sounds like he actually wants to volley. He actually wants to get some exercise. He actually wants to have fun.
He wants to play nonstop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or not.
Anyway, the point I'm trying to make.
Alex likes the break, I think, of like the ball going out and like going walking, going to get it.
No, I like
Oh,
playing.
yeah, you
I
want
like
more
playing
breaks.
real sports. I like playing real sports.
No, real sports like what? Like
you guys are playing the softball
tennis.
of tennis.
I'm not knocking tennis. Tennis is a more sophisticated sport. It's harder to play.
Real
right?
sport, yeah.
Real?
Real.
If you're stuffing balls in your underwear, is it real?
First of all, it's in your skirt.
Correct. You're right. So my point is this.
Wait, didn't Doug beat you?
Of course he beat him.
6-1, 6-1. So he's hardly afraid to come
Can I
back.
ask a question?
Ready to come back.
How did he get that
We
game?
said not on the podcast.
And I don't mean that as an insult to you, but I'm shocked he got a game. How did he win a game twice?
And I just started.
You can't make that a win.
Just picked up the racket.
He's been taking lessons. I've
Just
played in
picked up
4
a
years.
racket.
I beat him 6-1, 6-1.
Son, Al looked
picked up a
embarrassed
racket.
after that.
You have another man teaching you how to be gay? That's unbelievable. Like, you're paying a guy $200 to be gay?
I'm paying a woman to teach you.
Oh, is a woman teaching you? That's even worse.
Yeah.
A woman is teaching you a sport?
She is.
In what world do we exist? That's another thing about
I'm not doing well because I don't wear the skirt and I don't go, she was like, yo, go, and I'm not going, when I hit it. And that's why I'm losing.
She's telling you to do
She's telling me to go,
Okay.
That's the thing. Doug was, all day.
Anyway,
he got
I
that.
did when you beat me $200
Damn, bro. I'm not gonna lie. While we were in the Hamptons, I used an incredible invention. One of the greatest things about this country is that we will find a way to turn anything into a gun. We have a glue gun. We have a staple gun. Everything gets turned into a gun. If it is something we value, we turn it into a gun. And we finally did it with barbecuing. Is there anything more American than barbecuing? No, there's not. Okay? The only problem with barbecuing is that there's no gun element until now. Shout out to the people at Grill Blazer, man. Grillblazer.com. They have turned grilling into guns. Amazing. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. I'm out there in the Hamptons. We're getting the grill on. If I'm being honest, I didn't grill for not 1 second. Mark was doing all the grilling. But I came in when you needed the heavy artillery. When you needed that sous vide gun to sear them steaks, I was there. Chick, chick, boom. It was a nice group of us. There was like 7 of us, right? And I realized the Airbnb experience for me is replicating traveling with family or friends, right? It's just like, what is it like if you have a home in this place and you get to have all those intimate moments? The great thing about going away with your partner and staying in a hotel, it's fucking awesome. You have all these amenities and everybody's serving you, etc. But when you go away with 8 fucking people and you're all in your each little room, and the only time you're really hanging out is maybe you agree to go to the pool or maybe you agree to go do an activity and then you maybe see each other at dinner. But having this kind of communal living where you're all kind of busting balls, joking, telling stories, and just connecting the whole time, man, it was fucking awesome. It was really fucking awesome. And I never looked at Airbnb in that way because I always was looking for the value play. I was like, oh, can I get the nicer home than I can the hotel? But now I'm looking at it in terms of like, if I'm going away with a group of people, even when we're on the road, like if it's a group of us and we're staying in a city for X amount of shows or whatever, I'm like, I want to just get a house. I just want to get a house and have everybody there, everybody busting balls, everybody cooking together, everybody drinking together, everybody barbecuing together. And you really kind of see the group congeal and come together in this beautiful way. And yeah, it was really cool. So shout them out. I wanted to shout them out.
If you're on the other side, if you're trying to Airbnb your place, definitely, and I'm speaking from experience, make sure they book through Airbnb because so I do property management a little bit, and there was a place that I had that I was renting out, and the guy was like, oh, hey, let's go off of Airbnb. Oh, wow. Airbnb won't take the cut. You'll make a little bit more money. That person rented out that place. stayed there for 3 months, and I couldn't get them out.
No way.
Yeah, there was
I remember
nothing I
this.
could fucking do to get them out to play.
There's
So,
things you could have done.
No, nah, I tried. Nope.
Yeah.
Came. Yeah, I
Wow.
tried.
This guy is bold.
Yeah, Jewish dude too.
Whoa.
But
Wait, why
that
does
makes
that
a difference.
matter?
That
Wait,
makes
why
a
does
difference.
that-
I was
Say it in your
surprised.
doesn't
I was
matter.
surprised because usually Jewish people are such nice people, and this guy really took advantage of me.
Where was the place?
In Rockaway.
And that's why.
Well, he just knew that New York is so like tenant friendly. Like you could be a squatter, and it's crazy the
How did he
rights
end
that
up
they
leaving?
give you. They know that the landlords
He
won't
just
sue
eventually
and
just left,
pursue it
like
in
on
the
his
same-
own accord.
That's crazy.
I forgot about that. I used to, when I didn't have money, I'd Airbnb my room. When I lived with Case, I just we would Airbnb the living room, sorry. And sometimes I do my room. But then one day, I walk into my room, and we just had our door unlocked. Like, yo, friend can come over, we Airbnb it sometimes, whatever. One time I walk in, I see two Hasidic Jewish dudes. One walks out of our shower, butt-ass naked, and I'm just like,
Let's
okay,
see.
I guess Case Airbnb.
Hopefully I don't have to fight anybody here.
I just kind of start laughing, go to my
Because
room
I'm
real quick, grab something,
hurting.
leave.
Let me see, can I use
And
any of
after
my
I get out of the
powers?
apartment, I text Case like, hey man, I'm headed to an audition or whatever the fuck, but can you at least let me know next time you Airbnb it? And then Case goes, I didn't Airbnb our apartment. And then turns out these two Hasidic Jewish dudes, I just found out they from somebody else who Airbnb'd, we leave our door unlocked, came in, took a shower, I came back like 30 minutes later, they were just gone. Fucking ghosts in the night. Wow. Unbelievable.
You think it's the same guy that rented
It might have been.
Probably the same
Might
guy.
have been.
Did he leave a bunch of fucking cigarette butts everywhere?
No, they were in and out too quick, dude. They took one shower.
Yeah,
You would
that's
think
crazy.
Jews would be a little bit more nervous about what shower they get in.
You saw the
You know what I mean? You would think.
You saw the Schmeckle?
Yeah. Not big, gotta be honest.
So what happened with yours, Al?
He left eventually.
On his own accord.
Yeah, on his own, yeah.
But he
But
moved
it took,
into your
it took
place?
3 months.
Did
I'm
you
telling
show up to the place?
I showed up to the place.
And
But I showed up in a way that, like, I would have thought he left after that. God.
No, but he
stood tall and he was like,
he's been out there.
Alright, bro.
Yeah.
This is
Alright, bro. You want the smoke? I'll give you the smoke.
This is what they did in Palestine, actually. Think about it. This is in his blood, dude.
Yo, but it was crazy, and I had to just
You lucky
eat
that's
that.
still your house, bro.
Yeah.
So
Lucky.
in New York, they have these like really intense tenant right situations. So if you rent a place and then stop paying rent, I think you have 6 months to stay there before you get kicked out.
Yeah.
I believe it's 6 months. You could just say I can't afford
Damn.
it, and then you stay there for 6 months. So I think oftentimes there are people that find ways to get these leases signed, stay for 6 months, they get kicked out, get another one, get another one, get another one. And it could be a bougie ass place. Usually they're doing credit checks, but if you get around the system, they're like, yo, I'll pay you all cash. They'll give you that first month. But they're really giving you 6 months.
I know. And I was like, I tried to get a little extra money, and I fucking paid for that.
Isn't that the lesson though?
You never found the guy though? Like you never
Nah, I didn't get back in blood. I would have been in jail. Yeah. Like, I was really that upset.
Fuck, so you were covering the bills that whole time?
Yeah, I had to pay
Did
for
he fuck up the place too?
Bro, it's
Get
like
outta here.
cigarette butts everywhere. All the dishes were fucking piled high. It's like he just didn't wash a dish. He just used every single fucking dish in the entire place. Like, it was a big
You
stop.
couldn't turn off the electricity or like turn off the gas?
You can't legally.
Yeah.
What about wait for him to leave and then go in and then change the
I
locks?
lived far, and this was the time we were working, so it's like I'm gone all the time.
And you own the place?
Well, yeah. It was tough. But
Holy shit.
it was a learning curve. Never made that mistake again.
I mean, yeah, there's gotta be something you can do though. If someone moves in your place and they don't leave.
You know, I was
Have you ever
just in this
seen
situation right now
Charlie LaDuff?
with my old apartment with the sublet. She stopped paying in the last like month and a half, and because she was
Stop
my,
fucking up.
I was not a fat Norwegian fucking cow. I will destroy her. She stopped paying, and I'm considered the over tenant. She's a subtenant, but I'm still paying rent to the building. And I call the building, I tell them my problem. They're like, so here's the problem with New York City. She's got all the rights, even though she's my subtenant. She's like, in order to get her out, we have to sue you, Dove.
Whoa.
And evict you, and then the eviction will happen. And so when I spoke to a lawyer, I said, they were like, all you need to care about, fuck your rent. Make sure she leaves. So
How'd you
got
get her out?
Yeah, when was this period that you were living with a fat cow that we didn't know about?
Yeah.
No, it's from my old apartment.
You said New York.
but my
It's here.
I
Yeah, when
got
was
a
this
new
period?
apartment.
He's looking with a fat cow.
I got a new apartment and sublet the place to the fat cow. For like a
Can you
short-term rent.
tell me how you got her out?
I sent the most
the trail
desperate
of
email
candies outside of the
that you
apartment
could
to another
possibly
place?
ever read, and then
Can we
somehow,
read it?
No. And the lawyer was like, "Wait, you're sending that?" I was like, This is what I'm gonna do," and it worked. And she scheduled her, so I'm, getting out, and she got out, and she's now I've sent the attorney letter. So I didn't send the attorney letter until she got out, because I was just like, I don't think at this point, like, this girl's fucking brave, nothing to lose, Norwegian citizen, like, had a big startup, and it probably just fucking failed. And so she's trying to do that. So I'll get the money. She's on LinkedIn. She cares. She has a YouTube video about like women empowerment and being a boss lady. I was like, I will show up at your next fucking conference and get on stage and destroy it. Nick, when he heard this story, no, I haven't said this to her yet.
Show us the thing.
Whatever the email did, got her out. I told the story to Nick, and he was with the date, and she was like, oh my God, this is so bad. And Nick goes and he read it completely. He's like, now it's just a game. Now this is a fucking manhunt.
Were there elements in the email that were related to like your family?
Oh, just desperation of like, I can't afford this. I'm a good guy. I'm
you went the other way.
I'm a.
Yeah,
why
yeah,
are you
Kitty,
doing this?
you
to me?
played Kitty.
Kitty, I can't sleep.
Oh.
I'll play whatever character you need to be. I could be tough guy, or I can look like a pathetic loser.
You didn't talk
and
to, like,
not care at all.
Give us that email right now. I need to see that.
Oh,
for the show, for the fucking listeners, for the viewers, please.
No, I don't want this story out.
And you can't.
Why'd you start talking into a mic about it?
Oh, we're still recording?
So let me tell you a story in Miami when there were people fighting, and I was in the car with me, my shorty, and Dub.
What's the story?
Remember this? So it was one of your friends. He was throwing a party or whatever the case is. We were leaving the party, and there were people fighting outside of the place. I had mentioned to you, I was like, oh, a quick way to like end it. You just be like, yeah, the police are coming or whatever. And he's dumb. Rolls down the window and goes, police, police!
Bro, you trying to be the police?
Bro. Oh my God, me and my shorty started dying.
Did they stop
laughing.
fighting though?
They kept on. It was the most.
Police,
He was like, police, police. The fact that my shorty died laughing at him was hilarious.
What were you thinking in that moment,
Woo, that was the most I've done. 112, baby. 112.
You didn't explain it properly. I feel like the directions were wrong.
Am I not getting the thing?
All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick because I'm going to tell you something that kind of annoys me. The only advantage of having low testosterone and no muscle mass or the ability to burn fat like I've had my entire life is that I keep a full head of hair. And you high test...
So now they have more than enough money to pay.
And I am very much a casual college football fan. I will keep up kind of casually throughout the year through SportsCenter or whatever, and then interest builds. I was immediately interested in Dion going to Colorado.
Yeah.
Because he talks a big talk and he is a confident, arrogant guy. Always has been, but backs it up. But like little things, like at a post-game presser, people kept saying, Dion, hey, Dion, what are you going to... And he would say, call me Coach Prime or Coach Sanders. Don't call me Dion. You don't do that to Nick Saban. You don't call Nick Saban Nick. And I was like, buddy, we know you as Dion. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But he talks that shit, and then he goes to this program, and the first day he gets there, they film him speaking to the team that's currently there, and they go, a lot of y'all might as well just transfer. Whatever the fuck you knew football to be is over. The way you used to do things is over. Everything is changing. I'm going to make my son the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. He's nice. He's got to earn it. But he's coming in to be quarterback, and he brings in like 75% of the team brand new.
Wow.
New transfers, highest transfer rate.
Holy shit.
I don't even know that's exactly 75%, but it's a massive number.
Oh, got new powers. Let's go.
Plus his new recruits, I assume. So people are kind of like, what's going to happen? I thought he would do well.
Wasn't there a guy that played on both sides of the ball?
Yes, Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
His first game, his son is playing quarterback. Got this guy playing both sides of the ball. In this, like, Colorado, he's never coached to this level. He's talking shit. Everybody kind of is divided. A lot of people want him to fail, think he's going to fail. well. A lot of people think he's going to do great, just as Dion and their fans. And then they play TCU, who was last year's second-ranked team in the country. They lost in the national championship. They beat TCU in overtime. I think it was not overtime.
Oh, why is this guy taking so much life?
Game. But this program that has never really been that good beats the team that made it to the national championship last year. Wow. Not a historical powerhouse, but you should. They were fucking number 2 in the country last year. Beats them. His son throws for 500 yards. Whoa. Plays out of his mind. Dime passes everywhere. This kid, Travis Hunter, plays pretty much, he plays like both sides of the ball, almost every snap, plays out of his mind.
What position? Interception.
What position does he play?
Wide receiver cornerback, I
Yeah,
believe.
wide receiver cornerback.
Holy shit.
So 100 yards last in the Pac-12 last year, 1-11 last
And
year.
then they went from the Pac-12, which is a dying division, to the Big 12, which isn't like the SEC, but it's a better division.
Yeah.
They moved divisions, beat the team that won that conference last year.
As if you like fire.
Team that won that conference last year. And then Dion goes in the post game and he says, this is the clip that I saw going around. He said, a lot of times when people see a black man talking like I talk, walking like I walk, talking to athletes that are 75% black, they get a little threatened. But we here, and this is what we're doing, and we're gonna make noise, and we're not going nowhere.
Talking to athletes that are 75% black.
Yeah, like
What is
not the percent, not each black person is 75% black, but the team is 75% black people, black kids. And
is that rare in sports?
So that's what a lot of people were saying. That's not rare in sports, but what he's saying is rare is a black coach talking that shit and then backing it up. We know Nick Saban is a great coach. We know whoever the historic people, Bo Schembechler, what the fuck, Jim Harbaugh, all these names that we know of, like, hey, these are great coaches, and we kind of see them as somewhat stodgy white guys. Or just older white men, and that's what we've seen, and that's not bad. I have no problem with that. But what Dion is saying is, I think some people out there might be threatened by the fact that here's an arrogant black dude talking to black people as a coach and winning and kind of disrupting things. And somebody tweeted the exact same thing you tweeted. No disrespect to the guy that tweeted it, but he said the same thing. Hey, buddy, I think most college athletes are black. And then I just tweeted back to him, like, yeah, not trying to be mean, but I was like, hey, buddy, I think he just means like he's talking about him as a coach. That was Saturday. I just casually sent a text, didn't make a smart-ass comment. My mentions have been on fire for 2 days with just a bunch of triggered white people being like, oh, just because he's black, he can say this, blah, blah, blah. Black people arguing with him. This has become a really divisive thing. Dion coaching has become this flashpoint.
What is the division? I don't understand.
Because I do think there is something to what he's saying where it's like, people don't like this black dude as a coach in a position of authority, talking that shit and then kind of disrupting the way things have been for a long time.
Oh, a coach should be humble. A coach should be
humble. A coach should be, hey, let's not talk too much. Let's not boast too much. Let's not demand respect of ourselves and say things like, you need to call me coach, and walk out of post-game press conferences. And then he's just like, I'm going to be me.
Are they doing the whole, like, you're disrespecting the game thing?
They don't say that necessarily. It's not, and I think a lot of the sportscasters talking about it. But you've been doing that?
I'm trying, bro.
A lot of the sportscasters were just like, hey, man, I don't think you can make this jump. It's a big jump. That's it. Yeah. But then a lot of the fans, I do think, are bothered by some of this shit. Or at least just maybe there's bots in my tweets. But I mean, it's been obnoxious. I wish I never sent this tweet. Just trying to clarify for somebody a simple point. You know what I mean? Like, it's become a massive flashpoint. But also, you have to watch. If you're watching college football, you have to watch Colorado.
Yeah, most fun thing in college this year is going to be if Dion can do it.
Yeah.
How far he goes.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
I don't think he can win at all just because he started with a program that had nothing. Yeah. But then not only what does he do this year, what does he continue to do? You know what it kind of reminds me of? We are old enough to vaguely remember the Fab Five. This feels like the Fab Five for football. Like, it's just this new, exciting kind of thing that's more black than what we're used to.
Fab Five was Michigan's college basketball program that had Chris Webber, Jalen Rose,
Juwan Howard, somebody from Plano, I forget his name, Jimmy King or something like that.
And then one more, and they were all freshmen.
Yeah.
And they made it to the Final Four?
I think the Final Four.
Or the Elite Eight.
I think the Final Four. And
Jimmy King. And
or maybe the Elite
Austin
Eight.
Ray Jackson.
And then the next year, the Finals, I think, or the Final Four.
And then Chris Webber had that historic timeout where he calls timeout where they're out of timeouts.
And it's technical free throws, so they end up losing.
And they end up losing the game. But they would wear, like, I mean, this is how posh college sports was at the time. They wore black socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the country was up in arms.
Yeah.
Black shoes.
It's like,
Yours
what
is
the
wear black
hell
shoes.
is going on over here? Black socks. These guys are so
Shorts
defiant,
to their knees.
so
Couldn't believe it.
rebellious.
Shorts to their knees. What's going on?
But they were just these young kids that were just absolutely just crushing it. There's a cool 30 for 30. I think it's a 30 for 30 on it. And obviously Jalen Rose and Chris Webber, so fucking unbelievably talented. Jawan Howard, very talented. Like imagine the three of them who went on to have incredible basketball careers in the pro level. Imagine all three of them being on the same team in college. So naturally they're going to go crush. And they were just playing the game with a lot of like chutzpah.
Yeah.
You know, and okay, so that's what's happening.
And I feel like Dion is coaching with a lot of chutzpah to say.
But he must be a great motivator. I mean, it was awesome watching him talk to the kids when he was over at Jackson State.
Yeah,
you know, and
I didn't get to
had
see
a
this.
lot-
I want to hear.
Oh, you got to see this.
Colorado pregame.
Bro, he brought Brittany Renner in there.
Oh, I saw that. That was
It's
fire.
incredible.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you need to talk to girls like this because they going to be the ones to get you.
Yeah.
Like, she'll tell you what's going on. She'll tell you the girls that are out there and how they're going to treat you, how they're going to take advantage of you. So, yeah, he's just a fascinating
She should
individual.
go around speaking at colleges like the thought version of Catch Me If You Can. You know what I mean? Yeah, he like warns them of what the forgers are doing.
Yeah.
She'd have warned athletes, this is how we're going to try to get you.
Yeah, that's
Just
funny.
be ready.
Become an informant for the
Yeah,
hoes.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so Coach Prime, let's see. God, people get so upset about this stuff, huh?
Yeah.
So what he's saying is that there's a lot of people out there that just don't want to see a black man winning in this way. They want to see, they're okay with a black man winning if they're doing it in like more of a traditional
Mike
sense.
Tomlin for the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. He's
Right.
like, not a super outspoken, brash guy. He just kind of coaches and wins, and the team is always relevant no matter what. And
Yeah.
we love it.
Yeah.
But he's saying that people are a little threatened seeing me not ever coach, which continue to be Coach Prime. Like I'm doing this 1,000% my way, and I don't even know if it's as much racial as it is. We are kind of used to what we're used to, and then anytime somebody fucks with that, we're like, I don't like this.
And to be fair to Mike Tomlin, I don't see him code switching ever.
No,
he brought the whole team black Air Force
Ones.
Like,
Yeah.
But I hear what you're
He's
saying.
just a quieter guy.
I think that's his
Thank you for
nature.
clarifying. Yeah.
He's more like what's his face from the Patriots? Belichick. I
Yeah,
feel
thank
like
you
he
for
just
clarifying. Yeah, I didn't mean it
I
like
know
that.
you weren't touching. But okay, interesting. Well, this is just the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Upset at the culture war and using him as a lightning rod for whatever's going on.
It is funny to watch people who are really mad at cancel culture still get just as triggered as the cancel culture people.
Yeah.
Like, you're the same guys.
Yeah.
You're the same human being.
Did you go back and forth with anyone in your
I didn't. I thought about tweeting to one guy who was like, how did this happen? And being like, buddy, I have no fucking clue what just went on. But I was like, even that's not worth it because that's going to get 20 responses. You just let it breathe for a few days and then it goes away eventually.
I think I need more context in terms of what he said because I don't think saying 75% black a team is that triggering.
Just once you add race to anything,
to any situation,
it's such an easy button for people to get triggered.
And a lot of people would do this. If a white guy said this, it would be blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't even know.
Akash, next week, it's Nebraska, Colorado. Who do you have?
I got Colorado. Nebraska hasn't been good since I was 18.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a long time ago.
All right.
My wife was 9.
Stop reminding the people, Akash.
I didn't know her at the time, bro. I
on.
didn't speak to her until she was 22.
It's weird, bro. Yeah, Fresh Prince was on last night. Nebraska was good. Your favorite show.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a great save.
Okay, what else we got?
NFL starting this week. Yo, you know what? Last year when we did this in England, I said I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year.
That's what
And
you
then
called it.
I switched over to the Eagles out of fear because
But there was a point in the beginning where you called it.
Yeah.
And what are you thinking this year?
You know who I'm positive I'm jinxing them right now, but I think the Cowboys have a real fucking shot.
I don't think I want to go
The Cowboys
there
have a real fucking shot.
yet. I think there's something else
This
missing.
is just the best offseason they've had in terms of like making smart trades. They picked up some veteran players to, every
I think I'm
team has
missing
holes.
something
It's
here.
impossible with a salary cap, a hard salary cap in a sport to not have holes and 52 roster spots. But they filled some of these holes with really pretty good players, and they didn't pay much in terms of draft capital. And the Eagles are the best team on paper. I just think last year they had such great injury luck. Like Philadelphia Eagles were so healthy all last year. In my brain, that has to run out, and you have to.
Right.
This year, I just can't imagine it's going to be the same way. On paper, they're the best.
And what about the quarterback situation for the Cowboys?
The Cowboys have Dak, who I think is good, He's not top 5 in the league, I don't think.
Didn't they trade for Trey Lance?
And then they traded for Trey Lance, who I think is a developmental piece. In a year or two, I think he could be really good or really good enough to get a draft pick back for if Dak is still with you.
But is that a sign that the organization doesn't
believe
in Dak long term?
I think it was just a fire sale. Somebody said it well. It said, you ever just go to Costco and there's something that's 90% off and you don't need it, but it's
It was
90%
an unbelievable deal they got for him, right?
Yeah, he was the San Francisco 49ers, the 3rd pick in the entire draft. They traded 3 first-round picks to get him, and then the Cowboys got him
for 1 4th-round pick?
Yeah, 2 full years later for 1 4th-round pick. So, let's just take a flyer and see what happens. And that's what I think smart teams do. That's what the Eagles would normally do. So seeing the Cowboys do it, I was, hopeful about that. So I think they might actually win it in the NFC. AFC, I don't know if the Chiefs can do it again. Again, they're the best, but because of Mahomes. But I think maybe the Bengals. But I would still probably put my money on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But I do think the Cowboys might actually do it this year, and I'm probably jinxing them as a fan. But
now is this Cowboys delusion in the same way that Cowboys fan delusion the same way that Knicks fans we're delusional?
I'm pretty good about that usually.
Yeah, we're not delusional. I don't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, no. Y'all are actually building something as a basketball organization, which really bothers me. But I'm usually not delusional about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I'll buy in for sure, but not. It's rare.
Oh, so this is real. This is
I'm
objective.
Quietly hopeful. I'm saying it, here. This is the loudest. This is the only time I
can't believe I'm going to admit this, but America could use a Cowboys Super Bowl win.
Absolutely.
And what I mean by that is that the Cowboys, whether you like it or not, are still America's team. And what I mean by that is that there are Cowboy fans around the country that have no connection at all to Texas.
Yeah.
When you see Yankee fans around the country, their dad's from New York. He moved out to L.A. They were born in New York. They moved out there. There's Yankees fans around the country, but there is some sort of connectivity to New York.
Yes.
Charlamagne's a Cowboys fan. The fuck he got to do with Dallas?
Yeah.
His dad don't got nothing to do with Dallas, right? I think it was just they were getting so much TV coverage and they were just so successful and exciting team. So maybe there needs to be a little
the
bit.
Lakers. If the Lakers are not good for 20, 30 years, it's we could use the Lakers being
It's good when the massive franchises say what?
I said they're coming up on that time.
But they won a championship in 2020.
I knew I had something. I knew I was missing something here.
For the sports,
what do we got? What do we got?
End up winning. Yeah, it's good for the sport.
Yeah.
Because they bring out the most interest.
Yeah, even if I'm a casual sports fan, but this team that I just don't like casually is good, I'm a little more interested to see if they lose.
I mean, with all due respect to Kansas City, that is the worst thing that could possibly happen for the NFL.
The NFL's not thrilled about it.
Yeah, that the team in Kansas City wins?
Yeah.
You want the fucking Giants to win, the Jets to win. Dude, them LA Rams?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah? Do we like it?
Nah.
Actually, you know it could be good? The Raiders.
The Raiders in Vegas doesn't hit as much.
Yeah, but just such an iconic franchise.
Steelers.
How do you pronounce it?
I know, I was like, huh? Yeah, that's right.
The Jets are looking good. Did you see Hard Knocks?
Yo, the Jets could be good, dude.
You think so?
Yeah, the Jets could be good.
At least it's
Jets
fun,
could
right?
be good.
New York.
Here's the thing about Aaron Rodgers too.
Does Hard Knocks gas you a little bit?
No, but Aaron Rodgers is different because he didn't give a fuck last year. I don't think he wanted out. Now he cares and he wants to prove
because he has to
everybody
prove
wrong.
something.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. He has to prove that he's that motherfucker. And sometimes you need a situation like this to ignite the competitive flame of these guys that are like the true alpha males. There's no such thing as a starting quarterback as good as Aaron Rodgers who doesn't have an insane competitive drive.
Dude, imagine
they don't exist.
The playoffs for the AFC. If you're making your picks on Prize Picks, you're not going to know who the fuck to choose.
Yes.
Because it could be Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. They could all meet. These are 4 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. If Jalen Hurts is top 5 for Philadelphia in the playoffs, if that's your last 4 teams standing, you're just like, holy shit, that conference is crazy. Playoffs are going to be crazy on the AFC side.
Okay, so who are you putting your money on?
I think I'm going to have to go Kansas City. Just
with Prize Picks.
Yeah, absolutely, with Prize Picks. I'm going Kansas City and Dallas, I think, yeah. Again, Philadelphia looks the best on paper. I feel like they have to. I just can't see them not getting a bunch of injuries this year. And Jalen Hurts runs a lot, which he's fucking good at, and he's a hoss. But that's also, these are NFL athletes tackling you now.
Yeah, the other guys run too.
Yeah.
And you're randomly right a lot.
I'd be randomly right,
right.
I'd randomly
be
right.
Okay, so what'd you put it down? You said who? You said Cowboys
and Kansas City. And I think Kansas City would win that.
Jets.
And, you know, 2 teams play.
I
That's
think
not a bad pick.
I think this year is going to be the first year where it's only one. I think this year is going to be the first year where it's only one pick. Only one pick. I think Aaron's got it, dude. I think the Jets are going to play the Jets.
I would love it if the Jets won the Super Bowl.
Against the Jets?
Yeah, dude.
But then
Jets Super Bowl?
would lose.
There are no losers, and there are no winners.
Fuck, the Jets would also lose. So I would be wrong as well. Damn it. Shit.
We're in a real conundrum.
We really are here, guys. Okay, fine. I'm going to go. My 2 picks. Me personally. Dallas Cowboys.
Oh.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, shit, dude.
I think I'm going to go Dallas Cowboys and Kansas City Chiefs.
Really stupid.
Completely independent from you.
That's really stupid.
Completely
You're
independent
wrong.
from you.
It couldn't disagree
And it has
more.
nothing to do with the fact that I don't know which divisions any of the teams are in, and I'll never learn that in my life. But I think it's just because that is what my gut was telling me.
All right, well, hey, you can make those picks on Prize Picks in
Can
60
I?
seconds.
You
Yeah,
go
just
from
download the app, Prize Picks.
All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take my picks, okay? Or whatever picks you guys want. But my picks will probably be the right ones. It has nothing to do with the fact that Akash has the same picks.
Disregard my picks. My picks are not accurate.
I would actually disregard his, go
Yeah,
with my picks.
I agree.
Which are definitely Dallas Cowboys, Kansas City Chiefs, which I have picked because of all the football I watch. And so what I want you to do is I want you to go to prizepicks.com and you get a 100% deposit match up to $100 with the promo code Schultz. Think about that. Okay? Think about that. They're going to match your deposit up to $100 when you use the promo code Schultz at prizepicks.com. Go get that. Go get that money. Earn lots of it. Okay? Love you. Now, what else we got, Marquitos?
All right, Mitch McConnell froze while he was talking. Did you see
Again.
this? Yeah, he froze again. Should there be age limits for politicians?
Yes.
What's the rule?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or physical performance.
Maybe he was trying to get a
cognitive
joke
tests.
off on a podcast. And, you know, sometimes you freeze up.
Yo,
sometimes, you know.
Yeah, don't you have to get retested for
License, they do like an eye test.
Driver's license, yeah.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of shit you gotta
That's like
get.
every 10 years. But this motherfucker's been in here mad long, like 30 years or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, he gotta go. He gotta go. Game over.
Who's the lady that's in the wheelchair?
Feinstein.
Oh, yeah, Weinstein.
Feinstein.
Yeah. He has to go. She has to go. Biden has to go. Like everybody, if your brain is off, you gotta go, bro.
Yeah, that's completely reasonable.
Yeah. I think it's spelling bee or something. I think they should all have him do a spelling bee and do basic words.
Vivek gonna crush that shit.
Yeah,
If
like,
he's president, I bet.
Brian Young.
Yeah, but see, he's doing the wrong thing. He's like, oh, you should have raise the age limit to vote. Nah, you should lower the fucking age limit where you can fucking
Nah,
vote.
yeah, you're gonna put like bumpers. You know what I mean? You have a top and a bottom.
Yeah.
25 to 65, that's it.
Right. I don't like the raising the age limit, but that's cool.
Yeah, you can't raise it past the age of military service.
Yeah,
they have to have a say in what's happening in the country.
That's fair.
They have to.
That's
if they're
fair.
going to die for it, they have to have a say in the direction that it goes.
That's fair.
Now, if you want to increase the age of military service to 25, you can, but you're not going to get anybody.
Yeah.
By 25, they'll already have maybe a job, maybe a career that they're invested in.
We're already struggling to get military.
Yeah, exactly. So
People can't do a pull-up. Have you seen this?
No.
They put out a study where they're like, of the military recruits that are voluntarily going in,
Yeah.
it's like 30% are passing like the basic Army military
That's
test.
smart 2 years ago.
Yeah, literally, dude. Going to the
Yeah,
obstacle
but now that everything's drone strikes, I think that we should have, you know, ones that are good at the control.
Video game
whatever.
kids.
Yeah, like
thumb dexterity.
Yeah.
Put
Like
them on
ninja.
Twitch.
You should be a war commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, being great at war is gonna change dramatically. It's gonna be all these gamers. 100%. They're not gonna have actual people in the field.
So maybe they flip it. If you can do 10 pull-ups, you can't be in.
Yeah.
Can't be in.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, you have to be.
You know, if you're too smart as a cop, you can't be a cop, you have to be a detective. It should be like that. If you're too strong, you can't be.
Is that true? What detective told you?
Yeah, that's not a
They won't put you on the beat if you're too smart.
What TV show are you
I've heard this.
Hold on. Here it comes.
I've heard this from multiple people, so it must be true.
From multiple detectives that wanted to impress me. I've talked to them.
Detective Sons, maybe, you know what I mean? Who we used to do comedy with. That's one of them. Sure. Sure.
Like, has any cop ever told you this? He's like, yeah, I wanted to be a detective, but I'm an idiot. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're probably too dumb to realize what's happening.
Yeah, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. That is kind of fun, but it's okay that you thought it. No,
I do think it.
Yeah.
There's a court case in the 2000s based on this. So, Akash might be right on this.
Dick, everyone. It was at least a court case.
Yeah.
They at least a court case.
They only accepted people in 2000. City of New London
Well,
between.
how am I
some
missing
score
now?
Between 20 and 27, and he scored above that, and they only accept candidates within.
Oh, missing everything.
A certain level, and he scored above. His IQ is too high.
Al, dumbass, had no idea because he probably scored a 23. Did whatever the fuck he wanted.
I'm doing everything wrong. I'm definitely doing that.
So he wasn't allowed.
What was on that test? Vocabulary? Is that why he didn't know the shit?
Figuring it out. I'm learning while we're reading.
See, no one knows. Nah,
Robbie
I
knows.
scored
You
as
gotta-
high as you did
you
on your
gotta
MCAT.
I did get a 23 the first time. It's very embarrassing.
No,
It's very embarrassing. I chose that number subconsciously for a reason.
Oh wow.
I mean, they got to be looking for something, right? They have to do like you know, the CIA has a certain like personality type that they're looking for, and there's that guy with the curly hair that's racially ambiguous who's going on all the pods. Yeah, Bustamante, who has to still be working for the CIA or something, or he'd be dead. You can't go on every podcast and tell all the CIA secrets and still live.
That's true.
Right? Like, he has to be like a part of the propaganda machine for the CIA, right? You've probably seen clips of him. He's really knowledgeable and like fucking fascinating, but I just can't fathom that somebody could go on all these different platforms and start talking about all the nefarious shit that the CIA does, and without some sort of like recourse, especially if you were employed by the CIA. It just seems
Most
odd
of
to
the say
me.
you're never out of the CIA.
Yeah, I 100% believe. But like really interesting shit. And one of the things he said is the CIA is specifically looking for personality types. It's like kids who have dealt with trauma, because you want a certain amount of trauma where you become really competitive because you're looking for outside validation, but not so much trauma that it's broken you and you're gonna hurt yourself because you never will feel like you will get the validation at all.
Recruit comics.
Yeah.
Yo, well, I'm gonna say this whole couch probably can do that shit.
So, facts, bro. But I think you see some like athletes that are doing that. I think you'll see, but it was interesting. The CIA has kind of worked it out. It's like, what would be the best employee?
Yeah.
Okay, these people who are seeking that external validation, and we can curate them and mold them into the people that we need, and put the carrot in front of them, and the carrot will be like doing good for the company and making sure America is where it needs to be. But there are going to be certain people who are just going to go, nah, fuck no, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not going to go to this fucking third world country and screw up their military or police systems so we could extract some minerals.
That's what cops are doing. And in this example, the city's rationale for the long-standing practice is that candidates who score too high could get bored with police work and quit after undergoing costly academic.
So they do these.
I heard that too. That was the reason.
I got bored and I quit, so you know.
No, for real. So they'll do these studies. I imagine they'll find the employees that have stayed there for 30 or 25 and out, 20 and out, whatever it is. And I guarantee they probably found like within 2 standard deviations of this IQ, these people stay the longest. It's like, do we really want to have to retrain and get people up to this next level and have them walking, or do we want people who will be here for 25 years, they know the fucking beat, they're not going anywhere? Oh, it's between this IQ and this IQ and this background, lock them in.
That makes sense.
And the thing that's interesting is we do testing all the time. It's not like an awful thing to do. There's testing to get into Harvard. If you don't score high enough on this test, you don't get in, right? It's weird when we want you to be bad.
Yeah.
Being good, it's like, oh, this is an achievement.
Because you want it to be a meritocracy, especially when it comes to policing, which is like, involves our safety.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, well, you don't want the best? What the fuck? The best and the brightest is the idea behind everything.
What is the best? That's the thing. Maybe they've figured out that the best is actually not some smart dude who's gonna go, I don't like walking down the fucking streets every single day. I wanna read engineering papers and do something else with my time.
No, I think they're saying, what are the people who are going to stay? It's not about whether they're the best or not. I think the people who score high, they're probably great cops, but they're just like, hey, I don't.
What I'm trying to say is that part of being the best is staying. Because if you are the best and leave, you're zero.
Yeah, you're the best. Gotcha.
Yeah, but we tie in intelligence to it because what do they say? The best and the brightest.
Yeah.
That's like that's the colloquialism used. Well, I want the best and the brightest. We kind of tie those two together.
Yeah.
So when we're removing the brightest, we're like, well, then they can't be the best.
You see what I'm saying? Inside, in here, we're like, well, then they're not the best if they're not the brightest.
Is it wrong to discriminate based on intelligence?
The other way?
Or a lack of intelligence. It's okay to discriminate based on a lack of intelligence, meaning this is how you get a job, this is how you get in school, this is how you become part of, I think they decide which section of your branch of the military you go in. Like if you score really high, they're like, oh, we need you to be in the, what is it called? Intelligence sector, whatever. So, if that's okay, why is it wrong to discriminate based on too high intellect? Why is it wrong to be like, oh, so you scored too high on this test? If it's okay to do it with people that score low, why can't we do it with people that score high?
Because I think the assumption is that the threshold is that if you're past the point, you could go down. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're too smart to be a garbage man. It's like, you would do it the inverse way because you're not smart enough to do a hard job, but if you are smart, you can do an easier job. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I have the skill set.
But what if they've proven, or some economist that did this study proves that, like, they actually can't?
Right.
That they need more stimulus, and because they need more stimulus for whatever reason, they do the job worse.
That would be the counterintuitive, and so to most people, they're like, yeah, it's wrong that you can't go down.
Yeah. So we're just looking at it that as like layman's, but the reality is if you do the research, they actually do a worse job.
You know how companies will say you're overqualified for this job, and they're like, people will be like, what are you fucking talking about? I'm overqualified. The company's like, well, this is the best. We need people that have these qualifications because you're going to get bored with it. It's the same idea.
Yeah.
But that guy's like, yo, I need a fucking job. I will do this, I promise.
Yeah.
And to that guy, it's like, I can't eat because I'm too good.
Yeah.
I can't feed my family because I'm too good.
But we're looking at it as good. You're not good enough for the job. The good IQ range right here is what is good for the job. And you're right. Exactly. It's the person's going to stay. The person's going to enjoy, I guess, their job, and the person's going to like put that love and affection into it. And I guess they see at this IQ range, they think they're over it.
I guess the part that's incongruous is like they're talking about your long-term desire to stay at this job.
Yeah.
And that smart person's short-term desire is like, yo, no. My desire is I want to be here. You're telling me I won't want to. I'm telling you I do.
Yeah.
So we side with that person. We're like, yo, he wants to be here. What are you talking about based on probabilities he won't?
Bro, I wonder if like they see this happening with cops where, okay, you're a cop, you're in a position of power, right, and authority, and the smart cops start realizing, oh, with my power and authority, I could probably do some other businesses that somewhat rely on this power and authority. Okay, I could probably do personal protection for people on my time off. And I think maybe some in New York, I don't know if they allow the cops to do that on the side. Like, I don't know if you're allowed to be like a private security.
Once you retire.
Once you retire, you can, but not during. So then I wonder if some of the cops are like, all right, well, what I'll do is I'll have a private security agency where I have all my retired buddies all working for me doing private security. And now you got 4, 5, 6 other hustles going on while you're a cop. And if you're the chief, you're like, all right, this guy's stretched thin because he's already working 40 hours a week on this other stuff. He's sleeping on a job, or he's not taking this shit that seriously, or he's not chasing that perp because he's got all these other things that are making him the real money. I wonder if that's where things are going. You're like, okay, these really ambitious and industrious people aren't going to take this job seriously, and we really need them to take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of discriminating based on intelligence.
Being too smart.
I like that.
I don't.
You've done it with women your whole life besides the one you're with now. This is the first smart woman you dated. You discriminate on intelligence for your whole life. Think about that.
You see, Chifty, that's why you get engaged.
Chifty not even here.
I'm so tired. I was looking into that like that was my like he was there. That's
crazy.
my single. I was looking the wrong ass side for my single.
Wow, that is impressive.
You're telling me you weren't looking at Shifty?
No, I was thinking his camera was gonna be on me, and he's not even there. And I saw he wasn't there, and I was like, but I'm still looking there. It'll move. It'll move.
That's all right. It's impressive.
I don't even know what's happening.
We might need to do age limits for the pod, dude. We might honestly, we might need to have an age cutoff for this show.
Okay. Can we discuss this latest Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul situation?
Yeah. Have things escalated?
I mean, it seems that people really want Logan's fiance to be having sex on camera, because a video went out of allegedly her blowing this dude, and I think it pretty quickly is determined that it's not her.
Yeah, the woman in the video has tattoos
that she does not have.
Wasn't that quick to determine that? You had to watch it a couple times.
Did you? Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Yo, the dude does a fire move in the video where she's one-handing it, and he grabs her. No, he grabs her other hand and he puts it on it.
Oh, I thought the other part.
Nah, he was like, "Yo, you need help," and just takes it, and then she double hands it, and it was just. I was like, "Yo, that's fire, bro. That is a good move."
Dude had a hog on him though.
He did?
Yeah, he had a hog on him.
Yeah.
You saw the video without the emoji?
Yeah, I sent that. I sent that to the group.
No, you didn't send it to
I
the
sent
group.
it to the group.
He did.
That's it. It's like 2 minutes and something seconds. Dude goes from a good like 4 inches to a hog.
Oh, so she's stepping some up.
He's doing some things, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick because, look, getting wrongfully injured sucks. You get medical bills, doctor's visits, you got to deal with insurance companies and all that red tape. It's a fucking miserable experience beyond the pain and suffering you already experienced with the injury. All been in a relationship. Blue Chew, you're the best. Thank you for sponsoring this podcast. Let's get back to the show.
What percentage of your portfolio gone down? But I feel like it's not that much considering you're still married. But like, is it?
I was mainly in Bitcoin, and then I put smaller bets on. And this is actually based on what he told. He was like, I think we should get the other. There's
Don't
come
put
up
this
from
shit
it.
on me, son. Don't put this
No,
shit on
most
me.
of my shit is in Bitcoin.
You was already buying all these other weird ass coins, and you were talking to these specialists and shit.
No, the first coin I bought was one alt. I had one alt, and that went up like 10x.
You bought me alt.
I know, because you were like, I feel like that's where we can.
No, you bought it for my birthday.
Yeah.
I
well
never
after.
said.
Well after. No, it was
Do
for
not
your
put
wedding.
this shit
It
on
was
me,
for
son.
your wedding.
About him.
It was
What
for
coin
your
was
wedding.
it? This is on you, bro.
This is your fault.
I can't believe you're
We
doing
can
this.
find these texts from
I
2021.
cannot believe
Let's
you're doing
see,
this
Risky.
right now.
Come on, dude.
After
Find these. Find
I
these.
will.
Find these.
I will.
How are we gonna play Pat on the Hamptons with this type of financial advice, Andrew? You're pushing us so far away from the dream.
Bro, I'm not a. Listen, I'm more competitive than I am smart. And the idea of Akash getting rich without me getting rich really infuriated me. So I decided to sink my ship too. We were either going to sail away to being billionaires together, or we were both going to be broke.
Yeah.
And listen, we chose to sink. It is what it is. It is what it is. Bitcoin's still going to roar back. Last time Pomp was on the podcast, he had sweatpants and a shirt with a mustard stain on it, so things are probably going well. Do you know what I mean?
Because he's so casual.
He's a casual guy.
When you see him,
He's a casual guy,
That's what
okay?
you want.
He took a bus here. He had a megabus ticket in his pocket that fell out when he got up. But things are going to be okay. Bitcoin
Hey, this-
forever.
From
Posh,
Miami?
love you.
From Miami.
He took a bus.
Wow.
He doesn't live in Miami anymore. He lives in Raleigh, North
Like
Carolina.
that you said.
Yes, he had to move. He had to move.
Oh damn! Pray for Pop.
Yo, Pop is-
They don't like him in the streets, yo.
Bro, can I say something though? This is how you know, like, he really should be CIA because he's so charismatic that I still like him, despite him convincing me to get into this.
I still love you, Pomp. I believe.
You have to. You have to.
What is that?
Because you're already a made man.
That 23 MCATs
What do you
right
mean?
Like, you have to believe because you're investing so much in it. So, of course, you want it to be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your
I see what
religion.
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's gonna come back.
Yeah, I would believe that too if I was you.
I was right
That's what
about.
Christians have been saying for years, dude.
Yeah.
Literally, that exact sentence.
This is
It's
good.
coming back. It's coming back.
You don't see how, like, being pot committed makes you want to believe
No, I
it's
said
going to be okay?
I see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I'm still right.
About what?
I was right about the cops. I was right about flying cars, reincarnation. Al, you with me on that one? I'll be right, bro. I'll be
One.
right randomly. Don't make no sense.
One of the
I'll be
three.
right.
I'll be right randomly.
I'll be right randomly. It don't make no sense. I just be throwing things out there that I hear from people, and I'm right. And I'm gonna be right about Bitcoin.
All right. I hope you are.
You ain't even got enough to give a fuck.
I think I do.
Okay.
You got a hard drive. I saw you got your hard drive.
Yeah, the hard drive.
Just to buy one at 60 and where it went to, he should give a fuck.
Where's it at now? 30?
27.5.
Yeah, like.
You should give
It was
a fuck
30
about
this
losing
morning.
$30,000.
No, but I bought a few.
I just
bought
only
one. I
talking
bought
about
them
that
literally
time.
at the high.
Yeah,
I bought one at like 65 or something like that, and the next day or within 2 days it dropped. Then I bought another one at like 45. I was like, can't go lower than this. I dropped, and I bought another one at like 35 or something. I was like, there's no way it can go lower than
how
this.
could it?
It hit 19.
That's the actual high is 65. That's,
Yeah, I bought it 2 days before the actual peak of Bitcoin.
You want to know when he bought it? Go to the chart and then go to when it goes down.
Oh,
and
man.
it's that day.
If you want to know how to not invest, just follow me. Just follow me. Just follow me. It's very simple.
Oh, man.
I am hype beast. I bought Bitcoin after the hype. And I knew everything people were saying to me was absolute bullshit. It's the same thing as the US dollar. No, it's not. Okay? Because they don't have curly-haired, Egyptian-looking motherfuckers named Bustamante going into your country, shooting your prime ministers or whatever, because American dollars matter.
Yeah.
That's what we need. That's what Bitcoin needs.
Yes.
You need to get a Persian-looking
Oh,
motherfucker
wow,
like
look at
him.
his graphics.
Bang.
That's what we
2023.
Yeah.
That's what we
Sometimes
need.
that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Send the boys. Send the boys. Ain't no boys protecting Bitcoin. You ain't got no boys. You got pop.
You could be the
got
army.
pirates,
you could start the Bitcoin
Swampies?
army, dude. You could be the face of it. You could be the general.
Luffy, you look kind of weird, Luffy.
Come on.
It's a tech army. We could form a nice tech army.
Yeah.
Indians would be nice with a tech army. We got this.
Son, India is massive. You don't think the Indians were catching bodies back in the day? The Indian Empire?
Yeah.
Of course.
But mostly other Indians.
What do you mean?
They were like killing a lot of Indians. That's the problem.
Well, they were just killing people. They weren't called Indians yet.
But they were all around each other. They're all just killing each other.
Yeah, we called them Indians. They just called them people. They didn't know they were Indian until we got there.
They thought they were people.
It's shocking.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
It's fucking shocking, honorly.
History is a crazy place,
shocking.
dude.
Dude, imagine showing up somewhere and being like, yep, you guys are Indians. And they're like, what? Thought we're just human beings. We're like, no, the humans live over there. Dude, that's crazy. Just running around naming people? Oh, how much fun it used to be.
Yeah. We can do it with
Dude,
aliens. We
say
can
again?
do it with aliens, though.
Yeah. This alien shit.
When we meet them, we can be like, you guys are aliens. And they're going to look at us and be like, you guys are aliens.
Yeah, that's what's gonna fuck us up. When they say you guys are aliens, we're gonna be like, what? That's
Bro,
what y'all did.
we've been here the whole time. What are you
We're
talking
people,
about?
and they're gonna be like, nah, you're aliens.
Oh, that's
You're the
interesting. So who
aliens.
gets to call who the alien?
The winner.
Whoever gets there. The same
winner.
thing with the
Whoever got the
world.
more advanced, just like y'all had the more advanced weaponry. I'm not even taking shots.
I know.
Guns, germs, and steel.
Yeah.
They're gonna have the guns, germs, and steel probably, and then they're gonna decide we the aliens.
Well, no, because you're an alien if you enter someone else's territory. So we would just be humans, we'd just be people, we'd just be whatever we are. They would be the aliens.
They could be like
an illegal alien.
Well, they would name you. They would name us as winners because they're just like y'all named us Indians when you came over. They're gonna come over and name us.
Dude, what do their movies look like?
Indians? They are awesome.
Aliens.
I quite like Indian movies.
And aliens, I'm just saying, they gotta have movies. If we really do believe in aliens, they gotta have movies.
Yeah.
They gotta have stories. They gotta have TV shows. And what do you think we look like in their TV shows? If they have, say again?
Anime?
What are you talking about?
Talking about Asians? No, that's Asian movies. Oh, those are Japanese films. But you thought they were from outer space?
No, that was a mistake. It was a mistake.
No. They're from the.
No, these
the
are
Isle of
live
Okinawa.
action movies starring Bruce Lee. Dude. What are you talking about?
Gotcha. Yeah. No, but actual alien movies are probably fire. Probably awesome. If I had to bet. I don't think we would even understand them. Who knows? And we would probably look crazy because we assume aliens look weird. What if that's just the outfit they're wearing? We assume that they're naked, you know what I mean? We assume that their heads are all big. They probably think that we have like big glass-shaped heads, but it's actually just the helmet that we're wearing the whole time. Keep going. The real aliens are inside the alien, bro. Just like they probably think that we're astronauts.
It's so funny when Mark describes these things and most people are watching and listening and the people watching and listening have seen movies before, so what Mark is describing is in every movie, but Mark hasn't seen movies, so he thinks he's saying something novel.
I'm like,
he's
when
like,
you just start saying something.
Bro,
What movie is that?
He's like, yo, what if
Men in Black.
we found a mosquito that was caught in some magma from like dinosaur times, and then we extracted the blood from that mosquito and then made fucking dinosaurs with it.
Whoa.
What if we did that?
That would actually be fire,
That
though.
would be sick. Dude, we gotta pitch Mark on certain movie things and just not tell him.
Yeah.
This could be good.
That is sick, actually.
Dude, what
I think
if
the scientists are thinking
when
what they
there's
can
an
do, but not what they should
asteroid
do.
coming to Earth and just gonna destroy Earth, instead of sending
how could that
engineers
ever
up there,
happen, bro? That
what we do is we
All right,
send
enough talking.
oil
Let me
drillers
play.
that
Don't do
are
this again.
actually
Don't do this
felons.
again. Because
And
I'm
we-
going to remind the
When you
people
go
of the last
apart,
time
Jesus
you told us
Christ, I
about
don't have that much
Armageddon,
go.
You cried while you were explaining it. Don't do it.
If you get attacked by a monster, don't come and get me.
Bruce Willis got me, son. Bruce Willis got me.
We're sitting in these exact
Requesting
seats.
permission to shake the hands of the bravest man I've ever met in my life.
He's getting teary-eyed now.
I've never heard of
I've
this
been
movie.
watching Maverick. I've been watching Maverick
Yo,
scenes.
Andrew,
I
explain-
don't watch movies no more. I watch the most banger scenes in Maverick. Don't think, just do. Hey Maverick, don't think, just do.
Explain Armageddon to me, Andrew. I've never seen it.
I can't, bro. I'm gonna break down.
3 minutes in, he goes,
I'm gonna break down. Requesting permission to shake the hand of the bravest man I've ever met in my life. He's the bravest man. They drew straws. Ben Affleck got the small straw, ripped his oxygen cord, put it back in the elevator.
You gotta care less about these things.
Right, that's it for now.
Just do. Don't think, just do. Take care of my baby girl. Take care of my baby girl. No. Y'all don't know.
I just wanted to know like a
Y'all
synopsis.
don't know.
I just wanted like a.